What's going on, beautiful world? Welcome to another episode of the Black Sheep Perspective. Today's Sunday. I forgot the date, but it's a new fucking year. It's 2021, and this is actually my first podcast of the new year, and I'm honored to have this gentleman here. He actually inspired me to make bigger moves. I wasn't aware of him too much aside from hearing him on the music, hearing him on the radio, and then when I saw a bunch of close friends reaching out to him and doing his podcast, I got envious, and then I wanted to get with the brother because he's doing big moves and changing his life in the direction that he's going, and I want everybody to hear about it. So please welcome everybody to the show, Casey Chops.
Wes, thank you for having me, bro.
Thank you, brother, for coming here, man. I appreciate it. First of all, KC, those are your initials?
Yeah. Well,
or is it KC is your first original?
You spell my name as Casey, C-A-S-E-Y, but I spell it professionally K and a C. Like, okay. My godfather is Casey from Casey and the Sunshine Band. So that's who I was named after. So I spell it just like him, like K and a C.
Well, damn, we've been fucking talking for 40 minutes. You haven't told me that.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
dope.
Yeah, him and my dad grew up together.
Really? How was that influence?
It was dope, bro. I mean, they did their shit. They ran shit in Miami in the 80s, and my dad was like the muscle guy, you know, and he was always on the road with him. And actually, just up until the pandemic, my dad is like his road manager. So, you know, Casey's like 60 in his late 60s, and
he's still making music,
bro. He's not I mean, he makes music,
well,
but
he's
still touring like off his classic shit, bro. Can I curse? My bad. Right.
Fuck you.
Yeah. He's still touring, bro. So like, bro, they're still in Chile, Australia, like. Damn, that's 60-year-olds, bro, touring. Like, still getting these bags. Crazy.
That's awesome, man. So your dad's always there with him then?
Yeah.
Being the manager or the road guy or just everything?
Road manager / muscle, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Okay, so you know people think the wrong thing when you say that type of shit. Is he collecting money? Like, especially he came from the 80s and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, was he part of that whole cocaine cowboy shit, that whole drug trade? You know, I mean, who was it?
Yeah, I mean, my dad definitely has stories, bro.
He told you something?
Yeah, he's told me some crazy shit, man. Just, you know, nothing west of 441, and it was just all Everglades and swamp, and people would drive out there just to get fucked up on the weekends, and before there was houses or anything there, you know. And then hear stories finding random bricks, like, that were in the middle of the fucking, you know, Everglades.
Did he ever admit that he was, like, you know, a little bit deeper than what he wanted to be? Or he just connected to the friends who were all. He told me
he told me a wild story. He told me one story to where my dad was always like really big, like he worked out and crazy. He was diesel. So
by the way, you a tall motherfucker. What are you, 6'5" or 6'4"?
Nah, bro, 6'3".
Nah, bro, I'm 6'2.5". Nah, I feel like you retired.
They list me as 6'3".
You jacked the hat up a little bit. Maybe that was it. All right.
Yeah, he told me a story where he was the muscle, where his boy was the muscle, and a big guy in the cocaine game needed to go to Houston to do like some deal, and he needed 2 guys to go with him. So he asked my dad if him and his boy wanted to go with him to Houston, to Texas, to like bust this move. And my dad didn't go. The guy from Houston went, boom, busted, set up in Houston.
Oh, so
and that was the time. And that was the time when if you were caught with coke, like it was automatic 15, like automatic, like the government was going ham on locking that shit down. So he told me that story to where like he had the opportunity to go, like, you know, be someone's muscle, you know what I mean? And he didn't take it, and that person got set up. Yeah.
Pew! Dodge that bullet. Yeah. Well, let's let people know a little bit about you and where you come from, where you get this talent that everybody knows from you. You've been a very known DJ for a long time here. Where did this all come from? Were you born in Miami? Did you come from somewhere else? You got this little New York talk in you.
Yeah, man, I was born in Miami. And I was raised in Broward, born in Hialeah, raised in West Broward. And, you know, but I've always been heavily influenced by hip-hop, like East Coast hip-hop music.
Okay.
So that's, I guess, where the East Coast, like, vibe comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always made beats and produced music in high school. So I made my own studio when I was in high school. The football team would come over. We'd be making songs. I would make mixtapes and just pass them out in school and sell them in school. And
mixtapes. If you don't know what a mixtape is,
crazy, right?
Go bump your head against something.
Yeah, and then yeah. So then I was in high school, and then my mom worked for the radio for the country station for like 30 years, and I was always
which country? Excuse me.
Kiss Country.
Kiss Country.
Yeah, Darlene Evans. So I grew up around radio. I grew up around music. And when I went to high school, after high school, I didn't go to college. I got an internship at Power 96, which is the sister station of Kiss Country. So they were all in the same building. So I would leave high school early, and I would go answer the phones. So I did that, and then I'm watching, and my only goal was to get my beats to the artist and maybe get on the radio, like talk on the radio, but that was down the road. I just wanted to get my beats to the artist. And then I would watch DJ Zog DJ, like in the mix room on the turntables.
Little Zoggy.
Yeah, and I'm like,
shout out to Zog.
Shout out to Zog. And I was like, damn, I could learn this. And I'm watching him go to the club and make money. And I'm waiting for the stars to align on the radio. I'm not getting paid. I'm getting paid minimum wage to answer phones and shit. So I learned how to DJ. I picked it up quick because I knew music and music theory from producing. And I went in the clubs, started making money in the clubs. So I've always been in the clubs, like, you know, waiting for the stars to align in radio. They aligned for like 2 years, made some good money in radio, but then they went back to part-time, just weekend DJing on the radio. But I was growing my name in the club to where it came to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm getting more money in the club. The radio, they're hiring these random white dudes from Wisconsin. They sold the shit to CBS, is getting mad corporate. I had to quit, bro. Like it wasn't resonating with my soul. They destroyed the culture. Power 96. You grew up in Miami. It's a legend.
100%. Yeah,
it's a legendary station, man.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And they kind of like they whitewashed it. You know?
Really? When did that happen, Casey? Like around what time frame? Obviously, if you're not in the business, you don't know that to a great extent. When did that whole new ownership and got real corporate and ugly?
It started to get ugly like right from 2008 when I got in it. 2007 it started declining, but it got really bad when they sold it. It was owned by Beasley, which was like a mom and pop more type radio company. They sold it to CBS. Once they sold it to CBS, it got super corporate. And you couldn't do crazy shit. Like Power 96 was always known to like push the envelope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once shit goes corporate, you can't do that. So,
of course.
Yeah,
and that's what happened there.
Yeah, man.
So were you able to pretty much work alongside in some shape or form with all the knowns? I mean, you said Zog. I'm going to imagine Zog, Def.
So, bro, I was after I answered phones for 2 years, the boss at the time was like, hey, you're really good with editing commercials. I see you're good with that type of, your production background is good. I want you to learn from the best. I want you to, the producer for Laz in the morning left. So there was an opening and he promoted me to be Laz's producer. He's like, I want you to learn from Laz. So I worked under Laz as the morning show producer for 4 years.
Wow.
That's where I learned everything. I learned everything from Laz. Laz is my man. He taught me how to move in the game. In the radio, outside of the radio, like everything.
Tell me you guys are still buds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that because, you know, we all move on. I know Laz is you know.
Yeah.
He's bouncing back too right now. I love it. You know?
Yeah, everyone's in like a figure it out type mind state right
Very
now.
well said. Very well said.
You know what I mean? Because
I'm not sure if it's all COVID. Could be a mix of it.
Well, I think it's with him. You know, it's
we know he went through some trials and tribulations.
Right. Well, radio is the budgets. Radio is declining. There's a hole in the ship. Right. It's sinking. You can't deny it. Right.
Okay.
I tend to think that it's sinking quicker than what most people would think. But the game is shifting toward independence, doing your own podcast, putting things on YouTube, and owning your own content. Right. So that's where, and you see him transitioning into that type of thing, like independence. Like you don't need, you know, to work for iHeart. You don't need to have a radio contract because they're not like they used to be, you know?
Damn. Okay.
Like those contracts, Laz were
that makes sense, though. You know, again, if you're not in the field, in the industry, you don't realize that, but it makes so much sense right now.
Yeah, that radio money doesn't exist anymore like it did in the glory days. Like, you know what I mean? So.
And now Laz is he's working with Pitbull. I know that somewhat with the Sirius Radio or something.
He works on Pitbull's XM station, Globalization, and yeah, I think they started a podcast.
Yeah, I know Pitbull has his own podcast and Laz is on there.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your podcast, bro. Again, we were talking about it earlier, man. I fucking love it. I love the graphics. I love the Miami on the Rocks.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it all, bro. I'll be honest with you. It all stems from me wanting to like shit on radio. Like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Like,
I love it. Okay.
I feel like radio has done me in my life. I've had to make up enemies, like even if they don't exist, to like motivate me. If
that's good. You know, that's one. Oh, that makes total sense. Matter of fact, don't murder me for saying it wrong. Whoever's listening, I don't know if it was The Art of War or was it the 48 Laws of Power. Somebody said it somewhere. Having an enemy makes you better. You can't be the best you unless you. Doesn't have to be an enemy like you're gonna kill. It can be an enemy as an
It could be a picture of it. Could be a make-believe character, just something that you look at that motivates you to.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
It brings that other side of you out. I forgot how it was worded because it was more in a war fashion, and I don't want to say it like that where it's coming off like, yeah, you need somebody to go fucking kill and attack. It's not that, but it's I know one of the biggest mistakes made by old war generals, and this was in 33 Strategies of War, was not clearly identifying who your enemy is. This is, again, war talk. You know, well, is it the king or is it the admiral? Is it this country? Is it you need to figure out who the fuck is your enemy and let that motivate you and run with it. So I've never heard somebody say that the podcast is something like that to be shitting on it.
Yeah,
Elaborate a little bit more. So you're basically telling them that you can make all kind of moves on your own and do it your way.
Yeah, I'm a little biased against radio because, you know, I feel like I was the guy on the team that I would grow my stock and then the coach would get fired. Now I got to impress the new coach. Now I'm impressing the new coach. Okay. My stock's going up. Now that coach gets fired. So my tenure in Power 96 has always been every 2 years, it's a new head coach. They always fire the boss or the station gets sold. So I was never able. I always felt like I should have been more like the stars didn't align for me the way I wanted them to in radio. And I should have, you know, and then, you know, you take the climate of radio right now, there's a lot of dinosaurs in radio. This is just my opinion. Like they don't move on. The demographic for, you know, whether it's Y100, Power 96, 99 Jams, 135 The Beat, the demographic is 18 to 34 years old. That's the demo. Most of these jocks are not even in the demo. They're older than 34, which is cool, but like graduate already. Let some new Miami, and it doesn't have to be me. That's not my gripe with radio. Just put anyone younger. Put one of these influencers.
Let me play devil's advocate real quick. And I don't typically like to do this, but sometimes, you know, what are those guys supposed to do though?
What do you mean?
The dinosaurs that you want to move on.
You go to a demographic that's 34 to 54, like you go to the AC station.
But you think that should fall more so on the production, the owners, whoever it is, the bosses, to say, okay, we now need you to move on because you're not fitting this demographic. You think it falls on them?
Right.
Or you think it should be more of the guys calling their own shot, like, hey, I shouldn't be fucking with these young people. Let me move on.
It's tough because those people are just trying to keep their job too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then a lot of the times the PDs are just trying to keep their job, so they don't want to shake the boat too much. You know what I mean? And they don't have interest in the brand, like
PDs,
program directors, like the boss, yeah. So yeah, man. So I feel like there's a clog in the hole of new talent, and it's just the same stale. So the podcast came from me, like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I have better content that everyone that's making money at those stations. I'm gonna make sure my shit is better online, on whether it's on social media, whether it's on YouTube, I'm going to make sure my numbers and my look and my aesthetic is better than anything that's on the radio. So when you do finally need me for the radio, because you're going to need me eventually, then I can charge what I want to charge. Because I've had chances to go back into radio, and they lowball me. They try to treat me like I'm not, like I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? And thank God I don't need radio.
And once again, were they trying to do that during COVID and using it as COVID as an excuse, or they just really sized you?
In general, in general.
Yeah, they didn't give you the value that
it's always been like, look, I'm more popping in the streets than the people you're giving money to. So make the hard decision, or I'm good. Like, I'll just keep building independently. I make money in the clubs, you know, so.
That's right. You holding the ground on that.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, bro.
Thank you, bro. I'm holding out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. You're holding out.
That's what it is.
Right. I mean, ladies, not you guys. Don't hold out. Fellas, we're talking about business here. Nah, I like that, Casey. I really do, man. You know, the scary part about doing something like that is obviously when it comes down to the financial stability, where you at in life, because, you know, being rich does a whole lot of great things, right? It gives you financial freedom, but it doesn't make you happy. You know, it does not make you happy. And I know a lot of people, they don't have to be rich, but if they had enough financial freedom, cover their little 50, 60 grand year overhead just to get by, these people will be able to do a lot of great things, you know, journey, whatever, whether a podcast, chase a movie career, be a stuntman, whatever it is. But when you don't have that financial freedom, it makes it very difficult. And, you know, when you get caught up in this situation, like, damn, I know I'm worth more, and I'm going to demand it. Fuck, how long can I hold out for?
Yeah.
You know? Well, if as long as I make some money, I can hold out for a long time.
Right.
And that's what you're doing. You're hustling. You know,
right.
You're grinding.
And you know what's crazy is that I'm a control freak. Like, I need to have control.
Really?
I never want to have to do something I don't want to do. So I live way below my means to where I can have that control of saying no. I need to have the ability to say no to people. There's people who have to say yes to things they don't want to do.
Indeed.
I mean, we all have to in life to some degree,
But
obviously.
I get what you mean.
But yeah. So I never want to be in that situation to where I have to do something that doesn't feel right within my soul. You know what I mean? So.
And what else is going on in the music industry that would pertain to you that's not going to be dealing with going back? So you're podcasting and you're DJing.
Mm-hmm.
Was there something that you were trying to accomplish as a DJ for the music, for the radio station that you can now do on your own, or it was only doable while being at the radio station? Like, I mean, what is the peak at the radio station? You become one of the hottest DJs, you get paid good money, and then you still do things on the side, right?
Yeah, you get the goal in radio right now is you get a morning show or an afternoon show and hope they pay you $70,000 and hope that you can make $30,000 in the streets. So that's a 6-day-a-week job, waking up at 4:30 in the morning all the way, and you're there until noon, and hoping, you know, that you can hit $100,000. Now, back in when I started radio, the goal was to get $500,000 contracts. Those existed. Those contracts don't exist anymore.
Wow. Okay.
So, you know, like the Lazars and the Enrique Santos and the
was Big Lip part of that?
Big Lip. Like they were getting the bag back in the days. You know what I mean? Those don't exist anymore.
The fuck is Big Lip doing right now?
He graduated. He's on the older station, the Hot 105.
Oh yes, I heard him. You're right. I
feel me?
He graduated.
Yeah, bro. Like,
yeah, bro. You know, you gotta. I get it, bro. You gotta know your time. You gotta know it's kind of like fighters. You know, I'm ginormous with MMA. It's hard to tell a fighter, man. You know, you still got it in you. You know, you're whooping almost everybody at your gym. You know, you can hang with some of the best. But you know, there's nothing but a bunch of young fucking tigers and lions coming up. You know,
and you don't want to see it. You don't want to see Mike Tyson fight Logan Paul.
No,
you know what I mean. Let Mike Tyson fight the OGs.
Yeah.
Let Logan Paul fight the young. You know what I mean, and keep it separate. And there's a lane for both.
I like how you set that one up, though. How do you feel about that fight coming up?
The Mayweather and Mayweather's gonna fuck him up.
For real.
I think Mayweather's gonna actually like play offense. I think Mayweather's gonna just
look, if you can call it just for that. If people were like, Casey, whatever the fuck you tell me, I'm gonna bet it. What do you think is gonna happen? First of all, it's a 8-round fight, right? Not 10.
I'm not
round.
Okay, see, I didn't know that.
I saw Logan Paul on somebody else's shit, man. Brandon Schaub's Food Truck Diaries. He's an MMA guy, and he just has people come to Cali, and he takes them to a food truck, and he's interviewing them. Really cool show. And he got Logan Paul on there. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's a bunch of little stipulations. Not like the Tyson-Roy Jones fight, but if I'm not mistaken, it's 8 rounds. It's definitely not 12, and I highly doubt it'd be 10, even though I would have thought that would have been in Mayweather's favor.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know that much about fighting, bro. To be honest with you. I'm kind of new. I got into it this year. I started boxing for fun just as a workout this year. So it made me like want to follow it a little bit, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I know. I don't know a lot.
Well, I mean, regardless, it's not a bunch of crazy science to it. Mayweather is supposed to be, he's supposed to flourish in the later rounds. He gets you tired. He can dodge you all day. You're trying to hit him all day, and you're gonna miss. He's too fast. You want to slow him down. The way you slow him down is beat up the body and slow him down. But when you can't do it because he's so fast, you're getting tired trying to do it. So later round fights, 10 rounds, 12 rounds, he should be able to dominate. He takes his time while you get tired.
Yeah.
You would think that's what was going to happen, but shorter rounds means that the kid's got a chance. If the kid, listen, Logan Paul has a chance. I know we don't think he does.
Wow.
Because it only takes one hit. Everybody has a puncher's chance. When you're skillful enough, everybody, even when you're not skillful enough, you still got that stupid ass puncher's chance. If I go in with an awesome fucking ninja combo, you know, that I was taught in the peaks of the Himalayan mountains, it doesn't matter if I'm in the middle of hitting you with this 3-piece and you're just like, oh, and you fucking swing
just need
wild.
one to land,
Boom. So, and Logan's not sorry like that. He's not. He's not. Okay. He's not raw. He's not. But he's not sorry like that. He's got crisp punches and he hits hard.
But is the skill level? It's a gap, right? It's a
ginormous gap.
Right. So my thinking is that the skill level is such a crazy gap that Mayweather's able to play offense on him and just come in on him quick and just make him look like the novice that he is, right?
I hope. We'll see. I hate to hate because I don't. I never hate, right? And as a true Dolph fan, by the way, we don't want to talk about getting our ass handed to us today by the Buffalo Bills.
The Dolphins dolphined.
Fuck. Yeah, they did. But, you know, I love to go for the underdog. I love to see people make checks. Logan Paul is doing all the right things to make this happen, make a big check, make himself more famous, and actually has the tiniest chance. And then that's that, right? But in all realness, you know, Mayweather should be able to play with him, take his time, and win unanimously. But he ain't knocking Logan out, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I think that Logan, I don't know where his tank's going to be. I don't know if he's going to have enough in him to throw that much. Bro, Logan's huge compared to Mayweather.
How tall is he?
I think Logan is 6'1", something like that, 6'2".
Mayweather's like 5'8", right?
Yeah, and Logan is one. When he was on the show, he said, "Bro, I'm at 200, and I'm pretty ripped. I'm like at 8% body fat. Kid can only go so much less. He's gonna have to fight." He said it on the show. This is my world. This is me and my brother's world, and we're gonna call who we want to fight. If you don't want to fight us, that's fine. But we're gonna call who we want to fight. You're not gonna tell me we're gonna fight an MMA fight. I know what you'll do to me. And you're not going to tell me that I'm going to box you, but you get 12 rounds and I have to drop 40 pounds. I know what you'll do to me. No, we're going to play this by my rules. I'm the fucking YouTube boy who y'all want to see lose. We're going to do this my way and we're going to get paid. And but I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
You can't underestimate the political side of it. You know, it's entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, so he's playing his cards just completely the right way so that everybody makes money. Me and you I don't know. I don't follow Logan Paul. I don't follow Jake Paul. I don't follow them. I'm not anybody else do, but it's those who he's entertaining. Yeah. The rest of the world just either wants to see Mayweather get luckily knocked out because he's never lost. Yeah. Then you got the racist people involved who want to see the white boy get hit by the black, the black get killed by the white. I mean, it's all kind of reasons that people want to watch this. Yeah. Can a fucking sense. YouTube nerd possibly get lucky enough? Is it really possible that people have a puncher's chance? Or is Mayweather going to show the same way when Lights Out Tony, who was dominating back then as a boxer, came to MMA? He got, when I tell you that Randy Couture literally dove like 10 feet from here to the camera, dove to his ankle and just barely grabbed his ankle and did what's called an ankle pick. Just a little stupid ass wrestling trip move. That's all it is. He just dove, grabbed the ankle, pulled it. Tony fell down. It was like 15 seconds later. Pop, 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 pop. Took him out of his realm. You can't get out of your realm. Yeah. Logan Paul is calling the right shots, so he's not taking too far out of his realm, which gives him a chance. And I'm not saying I want to see him win. God damn. That would be some shit.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Could you imagine if the YouTuber knocks out Mayweather? What are we talking about?
Bring Donald Trump right back in. Fix that fucking election bullshit. We need the yellow hair back.
Bro, that would be nuts.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up, folks? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Black Sheep Perspective Season 2. If this happens to be your first time watching or listening, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss another episode. Once again, thank you everyone out there for all the support.
It could be worse, but I'm definitely in a figure it out stage. I feel like I was about to put the Rubik's Cube together and God just came and went and like mixed it all up again.
Unfortunately, bro, back in the days when I got put in that situation a couple of times unexpectedly while trying to do all the right things. Like literally I was trying to do all the right things. I had to pull the trigger and make bad decisions and do shit I shouldn't have been doing, but I was caught in hard times, man. It doesn't make it excusable. I don't want to sound like that person. Yeah. Because you can whatever you can come up with all kind of things and tell me, oh, you could have went and mowed lawn, you could have went. Yeah, you're right.
All of us have those in our lives, like regrettable.
Yeah. You know what, Casey? I don't want to say I regret it. Because it's crazy.
You're right. Because it's a learning. It was a learning.
Yes, it is what it is. I own it. I made the decision. Whatever it was, illegal bullshit I did and got caught up. And okay, it is what it is. I'm not proud and bragging. That part is stupid. Right. But it was a decision I made and I stand by it because at the time, that's where my mind was at. My pockets were hurting. The opportunity was there. Whatever you want to call it. I did it. Simple, plain as that. So, unfortunately, that happens to people when they get put in bad situations. They tend to make some bad decisions if you don't get your shit together. So, hearing you say that earlier, I just flashed back like, fuck, last time I was there, I made a bad decision.
Sometimes it takes shit like that to get you to like change your life. You know what I'm saying? They say, what is it, trauma? And I mean, trauma is one of the things that will get is like a psychedelic trip. It'll get you to think a whole different way and go a whole different route. And
what you know about psychedelic trips, man?
Nothing, bro. So don't even ask me. I just know, I'm the guy who knows all about it, but I'm afraid to do it. So,
I want to do it. I did shrooms twice, very light. First time was like almost a nothing. Second time was a little fun. It was good. I got a good little taste of it. I want to go hard.
Was it like recreationally when you did it, like at a
Yeah.
party type vibe?
No,
or was it, or was
Getty,
it
a little small Getty, a family Getty.
But was it for the intention of
No.
getting something out of it, like using it as medication, like getting therapy out of it?
No.
Okay.
No. It was, I wanted to get the high. I wanted to feel what that was about. I've never done it.
Gotcha.
I never, done shrooms. I had done acid before, and I just felt like it was too intense. It was a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was younger. I was just younger,
Right.
I want to do it because I want to see where my mind goes. I don't know how to explain it. How it goes on its own. Do we have a conscience? Do we have a soul? What do we got?
Right.
I want to see when you get, because I've heard and read numerous. I can go down a fucking list of YouTube shit and things that I've read about, the many great things behind psychedelics and how it can open your mind up. I don't want to say you're going to discover and you this or you'll never be the same.
I mean, they say it's like 5 years of therapy in like 8 hours. If you go in it with the intention of, trying to unpack some of the shit that you keep suppressed within you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fortunately, homie, there's nothing that I have holding me back inside. There's not something that I want to tell everybody. There's not something that I feel bad about that I haven't told anyone. I'm just speaking personally.
Right, I feel you on that. But there could be something that, like, maybe a behavior that you do that could be from something that from your past that you don't even realize that those two things have a correlation. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
So there could be things like, why do you do this? Why do you act like this? And it could be from things that you went through in your past, but you don't even realize it. And things like therapy and things like psychedelics, from what I hear, they give you those epiphanies, like, oh shit, this, so I need to change this, I need to accept this, and let them,
Yeah. And regardless of it, whether it's an epiphany or a thought or a realization or a humbling experience, like, wow, I think what I'm hoping, I don't need it. I really don't need it. I promise you. Mm-hmm. But I think what I'm hoping to get is more of I just want to feel this even deeper connection to the world, to nature, to an understanding of, man, this is really not what it's all about, and I need to just smile even
dissolve
more.
The ego a little bit,
Yeah, whatever it is, something like that. But I definitely ego check myself all the fucking time.
That's good.
All the time. I try never, earlier, I don't know if I told you, I was playing beach volleyball earlier today, and I was hanging out with my brother and Chris. I mention them very often on the podcast. And we have this dope-ass setup. Anybody listening, you motherfuckers can come any Sunday you want. Meet us out there. We're not that good at volleyball, but we have a good time. We had this dope setup, big volleyball court, everything, 10, 12 by 12, music.
You said on the beach?
Yeah, on the beach. Yeah, we don't play with all those fucking little bikini-wearing Brazilians who will destroy us right there on the boardwalk or whatever.
Damn, I'm trying to find out. Bikini-wearing Brazilians?
Well, I meant like the dudes, though. There's a bunch of dudes. No, all the girls there got fucking beautiful bodies and little thumbs. What I'm saying is they got a volleyball course when you first walk to where we go, but those are all great people. They're good. Gotcha. They're 2-on-2 and they're slinging it, Oh,
shit.
We do it recreational. We're decent, but we fuck up. We wouldn't hang with them. We like to take breaks, drink, smoke, whatever the fuck we're doing, have a good time. Anyhow, my brother and Chris were just having one of their rants. What they do, they love to push each other's buttons. This is like their day's not satisfying unless they do it. And here I am just quiet as fuck. And I'm telling you, Casey, I've become not a quiet person. I've grown this awesome discipline. I give a lot of it to the podcast for sure, but I've grown this awesome discipline of just shutting the fuck up and listening. It just makes for you're a better person. You're going to make that person feel better. If you really fucking pay attention to everything they are, you're going to control your emotions from wanting to jump on, oh, well, Biden, Trump this, and you're like, shit.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear nothing else they said after that. You were not a good listener. You acted off emotion. So I've learned to control that so much for so many reasons. And here they are teeing off, and I'm just quiet, and it was like crickets came out of nowhere. Well, what the fuck, Wes? What do you... Y'all know me, man. I mean, why would I even jump in that conversation if it's just going to... And I guess I've taught myself that, and that's one of those things that with the ego and everything. So, back to the shrooms, I just want to get a good fucking high under a control situation, no party, no club, none of that bullshit. Maybe with one other person, hopefully a significant other who's experienced or just down for the cause, and just let it rip and just see what happens, just see where the mind's at. You ever, you smoke, I think I've heard you say.
Yeah, I'm a pothead.
Yeah.
For sure.
How often do you smoke?
Bro, I'll be honest with you. I smoke every day, but I smoke, bro. I can make an eighth last fucking 2 weeks. If I'll hit a bowl a night. I treat it like a glass of wine now.
Right.
I used to I don't abuse it. It's
good.
The
good
control substance doesn't control me anymore. It
there
used
you
to control me. You know what I mean? So now I just take a bowl before I go to sleep or to relax at night, and you know.
Good. I like that. And it's never got your attention to want to try any psychedelics, or you just held back from it?
Well, I just started getting into like researching psychedelics recently, maybe this year or the last 2 years. So I never cared about doing it recreationally, like at a party, but like what I'm hearing about it, and they're doing a lot of research, and it's going to be used as medicine, and it's helping people that it can change your life, change your mind. So it intrigues me, but there's that small percentage of people who have very bad experiences, and they go through something that they can't come back from, you know? I don't hear about that.
Oh yeah, 100% for sure. And I don't know the statistics, and I know you don't either, but I'm sure most of those motherfuckers went ham on some crazy shit. It might have been their 17th time doing it.
Or their screws were loose
already.
Yeah.
They might have done it during a hard time when
You're
they
right.
shouldn't have, when it's not romantic. And again, I sound like somebody trying to defend it. I'm not some huge psychedelic fan.
What they say is that you have to let go. And just let go for the journey, and wherever it takes you, understand you're not going to die, and understand you're going to be fine, and you have someone watching you, chaperoning you, you're going to be good. But it's from what I hear, it's the people that can't let go that they go crazy. So like you might, something from your past might pop up, like something that you don't want to face, a trauma and a lot of people can't let go and just, you know what I mean? So that's when the schizophrenia and the shit goes left, from what I've heard. So I heard there's no such thing as a bad trip. They're only challenging trips. So if you face it and let go, you'll be good. But it's the people that can't let go.
So shit, man. With all that said, you damn near sound like you fucking work for a company.
I've done research. I've done research. So
do you think you'll be down to do it soon enough? At some point, do you feel like, at some point I'm probably gonna do it? I'm just trying to. Yeah. I won't say drop the balls. It's just feel more comfortable doing.
Yeah. I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready yet. But I like to learn about it. So.
Might make you more Dominican than ever.
Bro, I've heard some shit where, I swear to God, somebody woke up or after their trip and they were fluent in another language.
Shut the fuck up.
We could look it up. I read it, and I think it was Spanish.
Where's my Jamie? I don't got Jamie with me today.
Jamie, how much is Jamie?
Hey, but how much does Jamie make? How much do you think Jamie makes? I gotta look that up, bro.
I mean, bro, Joe
Rogan's got to break him off. He has to.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's making 100 million, bro. That Spotify contract was 100 mil. So this is the difference between me and other owners. Like, if I'm making 100 mil and my one go-to guy that I have, I'm paying him generously. Especially if he's been there since the beginning. But you could pay him a normal producer. You could give him 100,000 a year.
Right.
But why would I give him 100,000 when I'm making 100 million? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna eat good, bro. Like,
yeah. I totally agree with that. And we were talking about earlier about the grind, and how, this podcast thing that we do. I think I'm semi-speaking for both of us. It's a newfound passion. You've been doing way more closer to podcasts because you've been doing radio. So you've done a lot of interviews. You've seen these celebrities and musical people come in and out and shook hands with them. And you got a big gist for that for a while. But regardless, fast forward here, we both have a big passion for it. But we also know there's no money to be made in this for a while.
Yeah, bro. I don't acknowledge people when they say they're going to start a podcast. I'll be like, okay, I'll acknowledge it when you get to episode 30. Because a lot of people say they're going to start and they don't realize how much work it takes and consistency to get to 50 episodes, to get to and then you'll get to 100. You'll be like, oh, shit. But it's a slow grind. Joe Rogan's been in the game for 10 years doing his podcast. Exactly. He's on episode 1,000 something. Joe Budden is on episode 450 something. So it's a slow grind. So if you're not going to take that 2-year commitment to do it, then you're wasting your time.
So tell us a little bit about your podcast, homie. That popped off officially when? I know you said that you had a couple of podcasts prior.
Right.
And feel free to talk about any of that if you want to. But Miami on the Rocks, you guys make sure you look it up. When did that pop off?
I started Miami on the Rocks last year with the goal to make my own breakfast club. Again, wanting to shit on radio. Like, I'm going to make my own show and make it more poppin' with young kids, talking about relationships, so I did that with my other homeboy and 2 of my homegirls, 2 guys, 2 girls, and it was sustainable we did maybe 15 episodes. We would do it every week, and I was paying the videographer. We're not making money, right? So I'm coming out of pocket for that. and getting 4 people on a weekly schedule when no one's making money, right? That's even harder to do, like to get a commitment from 4 people. So it had its run, but it just wasn't sustainable. One of my homegirls got pregnant and she had to take a break from it. My other homegirl, something came up with her and she couldn't commit, so we stopped it. Fast forward a year, the pandemic hits. I'm like, I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to learn the video side of it now, because I always go with the audio, but I was paying a videographer. So I was like, let me learn the video side, and now I'm doing it self-sustainable. So now I don't have to come out of pocket. For the initial investment for the equipment, I did, but I'm not coming out of pocket weekly to get it done. I'm not paying for a studio. I'm not paying for editing. So it's all on me now.
Right.
So if I don't perform, then it's on me. I have no one to blame, you know? So we're on episode 40. And yeah, bro.
Man, you've had producers, you've had several badass little tenderonis on there with massive followings from 200 to 500,000 to 1 million to 2-something million. You've had I think you had some groupies on there, if I'm not mistaken.
Not groupies, just women that are fun, that like to talk, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little more picky with the men. You know, with the men, you got to have a career, be interesting, like. But with the women, I'm cool with just having fun, drinking, shooting the shit with them.
Right, good conversation.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, that's something I think about too, and my partner we're discussing as well. Is like, do I need a niche? I don't know if you think about this, but like, because sometimes it's a porn star, sometimes it's a bartender, sometimes it's a scientist. So it's like, am I too vague in my guests, or do I need to have a more lane, like only do women and be known for that, or only do, you know what I mean?
Man, you know what, Case? I'm sure that there's going to be, if you hired the right person or the right company, they're going to say that, yeah, you should narrow it down and do this. You can't be all over the place, because then no one's going to commit to you. Mm-hmm. But I don't know where you would be personally if you weren't able to talk to those other people that you want to talk to. Me personally, I all I do is MMA. Mm-hmm. And when I first started the podcast, I had a lot of MMA guys. Mm-hmm. And then I realized, I said, fuck, I don't want this to be an MMA podcast. Mm. And I don't. I don't care how much I love MMA. There's nothing, any real MMA person would tell you. I'm not saying practitioners who just like to do it. I'm talking about guys who are trying to fight, guys who are really into it hardcore. Broke, struggling, trying to be the next fucking Conor McGregor. And it's so difficult if you are not that guy, the work ethic, the amazing skills, the abilities, and then somebody who backs you up, like whether it's a parent or a loved one. Hey, don't worry, I'll cover this. You chase that dream. So anyhow, I felt like, you know, having these fighters on all the time is not going to help me propel forward as a podcast. Mm-hmm. And I personally, I like to nerd it out sometimes. I like to talk to super intelligent motherfuckers, and I want to hear some shit. I like to talk alien shit. I like conspiracies. Ever since I met Caballo and got super close to him, I got not into politics, but I've learned so much about politics, which is completely new to me. Mm-hmm. That connected me to Linda, Wake Up with Linda. She's amazing, taught me some more. And it just keeps going. And I love that part, that I'm all over the place with different types.
Just being you. Because that's who you are, right?
Being
You're a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And
so, I mean, you know, if you were coming up to me and you're like, Wes, I want to fight professionally, but I need you to tell me where I have the best chance of making it, because I'm 30, you said 31? 32?
32.
Because you're 32. So I'm going to be like, well, look, Casey, are you really, really 100% committed? Yes. All right, well, we're not going to get into MMA because that's too many things to cover. Mm-hmm. That's jiu-jitsu, that's wrestling, that's this. You got a better chance. If you really want to give it a run and you know you're behind the ball and you know this and that, let's just stick with those hands. Yeah. Let's just work on boxing. Or we go full jiu-jitsu. You don't ever punch a fucking bag. You always got a chance in jiu-jitsu. But it's going to be a long struggle because, you know, so it's different. Mm-hmm. So I get the aspect of somebody telling you, hey, narrow it down, find that niche, and run with it. But sometimes that doesn't apply. I'd rather tell you, Casey, just be you, dog.
Yeah.
Well, what do you love to do? You know this is going to be a long grind no matter what. People are either going to tune in because somebody told me they're going to tune in because it's you, Wes. I said, nah, man, it's about the guest as well. Yeah, but it is about the guest. You're right. But they're mainly tuning in because it's you. Something about what you do is what they dig. The questions, you laugh, where the fuck it is. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, you know? So you got to be you.
Yeah, you want to get them to fall in love with you. You know what I mean?
And if you deals with, man, I feel like interviewing a model. I feel like you had the doctor. The black guy?
Yeah.
The doctor.
Yeah.
You had you've had comedians.
Because you know what it is, and it's a quote that I live by too, is I like to, I'm with the shits. I like drinking. I like talking shit with women. I like dating. I like sex. I like lifestyle. But a quote that I that really resonates with me is, what good are the jokes if we can't be serious? So I can't.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Never heard that like that.
Yeah, so I don't want to, like, and if I'm talking about sex all the time, I don't want to be the perverted podcaster. So I have to balance it out with scientists and my other side, because that's who I am as well. So I can still get off the sex, dating, and the ratchet shit, club, Miami nightlife shit. But I don't want to just be that. I don't want to be known for that. I want people to know that there's another side to me, which I'm the geeky guy who listens to podcasts. And
I think at the end of the day, if you can't be you, you're not going to enjoy what you're doing.
right.
And if you can't get the people, if you can't play the music that you want to play, you're a DJ at heart. And there's some club you still might do it for the paycheck, but you ain't going to love it. And they're like, yo, Casey, listen, man, tonight we need you to stay PG-13. Only fuck with a couple of rated R songs, and no knuck if you buck. No nothing like that. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? What kind of shit is this? Am I back at the radio station? So who am I though, Casey? I'm grinding like you, homie. I'm a very passionate person, and I feel when people, the further you get away from your passion, the more, I don't want to say miserable, but the less you love what you're doing.
Right.
And that eventually builds up to some type of misery. It just really does. I'm sorry to go there, ladies. I've been with my girl for 15 years now. Yeah, bro, but you work out and she doesn't. And she's fucking lazy and you're not. And I don't know what happened in the beginning, because I guess you guys are high school sweethearts, but you love sports, fishing, and the gym. She likes to stay home, shop, and she wants 3 kids. You need to pull the plug, dog. You're not having fun no more. This is not fun. Why are you staying? Oh, but we've been, So I don't know, homie. I guess I like what you're doing. I'll tell you that.
Thank you. I think a big part of this is us having to figure it out as we go.
Yeah, that too.
Because we don't know what it is yet,
That too, for sure. I think we both look at Joe Rogan as one of our biggest, I don't want to say idols, but yeah, we look up to him like, man, we would love to be that.
I'll take it a step further. I want him to run for president. I would vote for Rogan for president. I don't want to sound like a dick rider right now, but I think he's the ideal American. He talks to all different cultures. He's like, I see myself in him in a sense where I feel like he's a chameleon. He could talk to a hood dude from the hood that sells fucking heroin, or he could talk to a white scientist that went to Yale. He could talk to an MMA fighter. He could talk to a porn star. He fits in with everyone, and that's what we need in this country right now. Somebody that can speak to all cultures. He just did Jay Prince, bro.
Oh, yeah, man. That shit caught me by surprise.
Yeah, that shit caught me by surprise. And then he'll do like a geeky white guy that's living in a motorhome in the middle of my...
But you know what? That's still all him. That's all... Okay, I'm not talking like I fucking talked to the guy and I know for sure, but he's choosing these people. He's not getting the Taylor Swifts and fucking random ass people he gives 3 shits about, but he could get them.
Yeah, he doesn't go by numbers.
He can get any of that there.
That's why I love, like, the Kanye interview, it came organically to him. He didn't go seek out Kanye because Kanye's popular. You know what I mean? It was organic.
Hey, but tell me you didn't. I'm sorry if you did. If you did, you did. Man. I thought that Kanye fuck Kanye. I thought that podcast was not horrible, but it was
bad.
It was bad. I mean, it's not Joe's fault, but it was bad. It's like
Kanye can't focus. He's scatterbrained. So he'll be talking about one thought, and then his mind will hit him with another thought, and he'll switch mid-thoughts with this thought, and he's all over the place. He's not organized with his thoughts. He says a lot of dope things. Like, he says a lot of bits and pieces, but they're just not organized. It's not an organized stream of conscious. Like,
I guess, I don't know. I always say the same thing about Kanye. I don't want to completely badmouth him. I don't follow him like that. I don't listen to Casey. I don't, man, I'm so disconnected from all that shit, bro. You're in the music world, so you kind of have to be slightly connected.
I mean, not to Kanye. I play old, I say it in the club on the microphone. Whenever I play a Kanye song, I stop the music and I say, I only play old Kanye, boom, and I'll play a classic in the car. It was crazy. I don't play any new Kanye.
No? You just don't like it?
Nah, bro, there's people, I don't even wear his shoes. Like, people are like, bro, the Yeezys are, I'm like, yeah, they're dope, but I can't support Kanye, bro. I can't support him. It's a weird thing with me. I can't support an artist if I don't like who you are as a person. If you do like clown things outside of music, I can't support your art.
So you definitely think he's played himself in many ways with a lot of the shit that he said and attempted. And
yeah.
Even with the fucking ridicule, well, I don't know, trying to be president or whatever. Like, he was really going for it.
Yeah, he's out of touch, man. That's what happens when you don't have friends. You don't have friends that you grew up with to tell you, bro, you're wilding. Like, he doesn't have that clearly. He's in Calabasas with the Kardashians. Like, he doesn't have anyone to tell him.
Where do you sit on the presidency, see? The thing, like, what's going on? What do you think? I mean, did you vote?
Yeah. I've always been, this is my thing. I don't like any extremist. I don't like any, and that goes with anything, not even politics. I don't like any extremist because the truth.
Love what you're saying, bro. Cheers to that.
The truth is always in the middle somewhere, right? So I feel like politics are like a spectrum, right? You have the crazy hardcore right-wing Republicans, and then you have the crazy left-wing Democrats, right? And then there's a spectrum. Most people lie. Most regular people, I want to believe, lie in the middle somewhere. They just want to do better for their families. But unfortunately, what we see on social media and what we see in the media is these crazy motherfuckers over here to the left and these crazy motherfuckers over here to the right. You only see the extremists highlighted, right? So nuance is dying. And so me, I've always been in the middle and I've always leaned left. Now, during this whole pandemic, during everything, I've kind of been more right than I've ever been. So I think I'm right in the middle. I used to lean left, but I'm right in the middle. But Trump is dangerous to me. He's very dangerous to me, so I didn't vote for him. I voted against him. I voted for Biden, but I didn't vote for Biden. I voted against Trump because Trump is dangerous to me. He possesses qualities, in my opinion, that we see. Like, he has the ability to destroy democracy. Like, he is the most ego-driven, self-serving politician probably we've ever had, and he's public about it, and you see it. I stay away from people like that in business. People that possess Trump's qualities. If they're a promoter, I stay away from. I stay away from anyone who has his demeanor. If
you were to go a little bit deeper, and I'm just stirring shit up, but don't you think? I just feel like that's a hard thing to accuse him of when he left. And I'm sure I know what the retaliation is, but when he left, rich, fame, luxury, sit back, keep making money, fuck everything else. This is all I got to do. He left that. I mean, it's there. It's still there, but he left that comfort zone.
There's nothing about him that would make me believe that he cares about people.
It is
all for him.
So you think that his attempt to that was to eventually fix the system that would help support all his riches, that what he's been doing? Like, in other words,
he did it. His ego did it because he wanted to be Trump, and I was the president, and I was this.
So you think it's ego? You think it's
ego for his legacy? Yeah, 100%. Everything about him is about ego.
I can buy with that. I see.
And it's dangerous because his ego has to put. He will never admit that he's wrong ever. Like, it can't come out of him. Like, that's how dangerous, that's how thick that wall, that ego is for him. So he has the ability to provoke war. He has the ability, and I know he hasn't started a war, and presidents have in the past, but his ego has the ability, China, you want to say this? I bet, boom. Without thinking about, like, the long-term, he will act on a limb based off his ego, and that scares the shit out of me. That's where I stand. I don't like Biden. And and there's things about Trump and his policies that I like.
So why didn't you vote for the other dude?
What
third dude? That way you didn't have to choose Biden.
Because the goal was to get Trump out. So
you felt that more.
Yeah, okay. I had to. He's got to go. He's got to go, dog. Like, this is the most dangerous. We're in some dangerous shit right now. I just read like 10 Congress. Like, people are trying to. It's a small amount, and then they just released a tape on him. Thank God, bro. It's like a reality show this whole year of fucking politics, but they just released a tape of him telling somebody, and we all knew, right? We all knew he was a crooked fuck, but he literally, a tape releases today of him saying, we have to find votes. We have to find 12,000 votes in Georgia right now. We got to fix this, like of him putting pressure.
Really? That happened today?
It came out today. Because they know he's going to come with his shit, with his little fucking march.
There's definitely something else I want to talk to you about that came out yesterday. What's up, folks? Thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the Black Sheep Perspective, Season 2, baby. If this happens to be your first time watching or listening, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss another episode. And once again, guys, really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, everyone out there, for all the amazing support. And a big shout out to my man Hector and his entire team over there at Driver Shop USA.
If you guys follow me on IG or live in this beautiful city of Miami, you'll be able to catch the dope-ass rap job that was done to my Chevy Colorado truck. Not only did they wrap the entire truck to protect its original paint job, they then slapped on multiple high-quality logo wraps on all sides, so that I can remind those of you who are looking to tune in to the best new podcast. From boats to motorcycles to automobiles of all kinds, Driver Shop USA is continuously redefining luxury. Now let's get back to the podcast.
In Designated Survivor, basically it was the long story short. The show starts off where there was some huge congressional hearing. No sé qué. Everybody's there. President, vice president, everybody's there. Everybody. And the ship blows up. It was a bombing. And Designated Survivor goes through a list of who's the next person up. If this person dies, this person dies, this person dies, this person becomes automatically the president. This was like the last fucking swinging dick. And it was Kiefer Sutherland. And he was the...
So everybody died?
Everybody. It was an awesome start. Yeah. Everybody died. And he was like he was in charge of housing. He was like a representative in charge of housing. Like the head housing realtor motherfucker, you know, for Congress. So he becomes president. Anyhow, the season is 3 seasons. It's awesome. It's really, really good. Really, really, really good. Anybody listening, go watch it. If you have seen it, yeah, Netflix. If you've seen it, please drop a comment. Let me know what you think about it. Really awesome. The reason I loved it even more, going back to Caballo and Linda, who have taught me a lot about politics in the last year or so through the podcast, it's like it just fucking piggybacked what they were telling me. And then you see this other side. What they introduced was some guy who was in the middle. He was not left or right. He was a independent. Is that what they call him? I think it's called independent.
I don't like that word, but yeah, someone who's a third party. Who doesn't.
Yeah, it's a third party who doesn't choose either. They choose whatever.
Right.
The middle that you were talking about, that's basically what he represented.
Nah, I don't know if we could say that's the same thing.
Okay, so you better watch the show, and then we can do a follow-up podcast. I'm telling you. But that's what I think when you were describing a good politician was neither left or right, there'll be somewhere in the middle.
Right. But I think an independent is just someone who has his own party. That's a different party. That doesn't mean he lies in the middle of the spectrum. That doesn't necessarily mean his views are. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's a very good point. You're right. It doesn't mean it. But that's what in the show he was supposed to represent now. Okay, so in the show, every time he got presented with some, this is what you got to do, politically correct, Mr. President, he was like, nah, fuck that. Yeah. I got a good heart, and I want to do this, and that's what he was doing for the majority of the show.
Right.
But then when it was time to get reelected, he has to start doing shady shit. He has to start looking the other way. He has to this, he has to that. And they went all the way to the very end when he got reelected, and he saw his psychiatrist or psych. He asked him to come in, and the psych's like, "Why are you calling me? You finally won. You're over your wife. You this, that, boom, boom, boom." And basically, he spills the beans, and he's like, "Dog, I was trying my best these whole last 3 years not to become what I realized I've become, and that's just another politician."
Like a crooked politician.
So, I guess I mentioned that because I'm asking. Okay, I hear you on the Trump thing. I hear you. I think Biden's a fuck. You said character, right? Remember that, you know, and I get you. I get you. Speaking about,
none of them are angels. Let's be clear.
I just get. I see Biden as a fucking little molester, dog. I just got to speak real clear about it. I've seen too many things. I know that type. Especially for un viejo like that. So that's that part. The second part is his connections with his brother. That doesn't happen without you not knowing anything. So that's all shady too. But I guess what I'm trying to get to is you end up choosing the lesser of the evil. You just don't know who's who and what's what because neither one of us are back there, dog.
Right.
Neither one of us. Not in there.
Right.
Not in the fucking White House. Not behind the closed door. Not in the Oval Office. Not when it's him talking to one person. We don't know what dirty ass politics are involved.
You're absolutely right.
And it just makes it difficult.
I'm just good, bro. I feel like I'm good when there's a room of people. I'm good at analyzing character. Like I can feel like energy. I can feel like I know you're a good dude.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I know you're a good dude. I can feel it the way we speak. You know, there's undertones and nuance of respect behind when we exchange. You know what I'm saying? So when I see this guy speak, Trump, right? I mean, let's be clear. Biden could be the most sickest fuck and just knows how to speak well, right? But when I see someone like Trump just speak, everything about him rubs me the wrong way. Literally everything about him. You know what I mean?
You.
He's somebody that if he was just in a room with me, I'd be like, yo, that's a scumbag. You only care about yourself, and the more he speaks, the more he reveals that of how much. That's just me. I'm a very good judge of character. So, and like I said, some of his policies I'm with. Like I
can vibe with that, Casey.
We need somebody like him because I'm not gonna lie. I've always been a Democrat, but the Democrats are wilding right now. The Democrats are. I mean, both sides are wilding, but the Democrats are abolish the like these crazy ideas that they come up with. I'm not with that, which is why I've said I've been more right than I've ever been. You know what I mean? But Trump, I wish there was someone else in the Republican Party because I'd probably vote Republican if it wasn't for Trump. If there was someone that could speak, but
okay,
you know.
So staying somewhat in the neighborhood, even though it's kind of off topic. The stimulus check.
I lost it at the blackjack table last night at the Harlem.
You got yours?
Nah.
Oh,
I gambled it up front though.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking. I lost 3. I lost half of it.
Blackjack is everything.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I picked up a gambling habit during this pandemic. Yeah, man. It's not debilitating me. You know, I've made some poor decisions, but you know, I'm not like cracked out with it yet.
At least you're admitting it.
Yeah.
Well, same thing here with poker, fucking with caballo, and man, it's when you do good, it's like I hate to say, it's like the hustle game, it's like the dope game. It's like the bartending scene. They make so much money that they don't want to leave that scene. 500, 600, 700, depending on what club, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500. If you're a bottle girl, yeah.
It's a good drug.
And then you're like, you're never going to find a good man. You're always going to go to sleep at 6 in the morning. You're always going to get up at fucking 11, 12. You're barely going to want to, you really want that life, but the money. So it's hard to walk away from it. I don't want to lose my train of thought. So that stimulus bill, the whole thing that was written, and I don't know the absolute details, but I saw many different articles and posts on the internet. There was talk of part of the stimulus package explanation was that in 180 days, 6 months for all you sorry-ass mathematicians, in 6 months, they were going to disclose all there is to know about the alien. And I don't know how they worded it and how they put it, but they said in 6 months, we will be disclosing information on the UFOs and blah, 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 blah. How do you feel about that, Case? You got more podcasts than I do. You've had many conversations. I think we share a lot of common grounds. I'm sure you've gone down a few rabbit holes. What do you feel about
I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't gone down the alien rabbit hole. Yeah, I haven't. Do I think there's aliens? Yes.
But you're weirded out by it. Why not?
No, I just haven't, like,
no, it
doesn't serve me to think about it, you know?
Okay, okay.
Do I believe there's aliens? Yeah, the galaxy is infinite. I believe there's a bunch of planets just like us with fucking living organisms on it, but dog, I don't know. Do I think the government has, like, alien ships and shit? Nah, I don't think that. If they come out in 180 days and reveal like the Tesla of UFOs, like, yo, this was found in 1977 and it crashed. We have evidence of it coming from space and crashed. Then I'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah, my brother. But didn't you? Oh, maybe you didn't. Have you seen the Joe Rogan podcast with Bob Lazar?
No. Not that
God
one.
damn, my bro, you got to.
I'm gonna Google that one when I get home.
Man, you got to, and y'all gonna hear you guys are gonna hear the response, because I think once he sees that, he will have a little bit of change.
Like evidence from space, because I believe there's UFOs, like maybe like random countries or maybe random fucking regimes in the middle of nowhere that had an unidentified object that crashed, that was human made. I believe that, and maybe they recovered some shit like that. But something from outer space, an alien from outer space, I don't believe they recovered that.
I'll leave it on this note, right? And I know I already went through this with a few people. And now they didn't argue much because it's hard to argue what just happened. So I don't know if you read about it. An Israeli general, whatever, super high ranking. 30 years, homie, 30 years in the Israeli government, and he put almost all 30 into the space program. He was head fucking honcho on all levels of everything space for Israel for 30 years. The man retired, I don't know how long ago, a couple months, 6 months, whatever the fuck it is. He's like 86, about to turn 87. Yes, he's writing a book before anybody wants to come back with that. He's writing a book. He's trying to. Man, books pays pennies. This ain't fucking Stephen King. Pennies. This guy's not even known, and people don't like to read space shit or alien shit, whatever. So that's your only argument. The man's credibility that he's worked so hard for so many years, he says, not only are we 100% in contact with the UFO, with aliens, extraterrestrials, he says, bro, get ready, get ready.
Oh, man.
He says there is a galaxy and it's a federation, like a UN, like a United Nations, like Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't want to say Guardians of the Galaxy because we all start thinking the fucking movie. But yes, it is a federation involved in the galaxy. And cojones.
Obama?
Trump,
Oh.
Obama probably knew, Trump knows all about it. And he was actually, this is all the Israeli guy said this. This ain't me saying it. The Israeli guy said this. He said Trump was going to tell the world, being Trump was like, oh, got to tell everybody. And the aliens, not the Israeli, the aliens said, hey, Trump, you guys seem like a bunch of idiots. And we really fucking think that you're going to flip out. Like, we think your people are going to fucking act pandemonium and nothing's going to come good out of
So
this.
the alien spoke to him and told him not to do it.
Bro, it's not they just spoke to him and told him that. No, there's a lot of shit. I'm saying, all I want you to know is this. Who are we or anybody else? What is wrong with this old man who spent 30 years of his life, became a general or admiral, retired? He's got nothing to prove. He don't need no fucking money. That man is buku'd up, dog. He just ruined his whole career. Like somebody senile, who this, who that, whistleblower, whatever you want to call it. He did all that because it bothered him so much that he said, nah, man, I got to tell the world about this. Now,
this is the thing, bro.
Do you just roll that off your shoulders like nothing?
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy guy. I can see you're a conspiracy guy. You got,
but you just roll
right
that
there.
off your shoulders like nothing?
This is how I think. Is that hard to believe?
What he said?
Your whole story right there. We would say that's hard to believe, right?
From anybody else, yes.
Right. I tend to fall when things are hard to believe. I don't believe them. That's just, so I'm the opposite of a conspiracy theorist. So like, if you present the evidence to me, yeah, but I'm not going to speculate on something that's hard to believe. You know, I'm not going to fall into, no matter what you could tell me this, that, tell me, but if at the end of the day it's hard to believe, I'm probably not going to believe it until I see evidence. So that's just, and everyone's different, you know, but that's just the way I think.
I think that makes total sense and very easily respected. I guess what's obvious is if it grabs your attention for some reason because you're kind of into that, whatever that might be, then you'll be more susceptible to digging in, finding out more, whatever it is. I'm totally jumping the gun. You're still in the music industry. You still, so-and-so got killed. Theo Vaughn, whatever the fuck his name.
Yeah, Young Vaughn.
Young Vaughn. Young Vaughn got killed. You might know the whole detail to all that.
Right. And
you have a good whatever opinion about it because you're in the music. Again, I'm jumping the gun.
Right.
You're in the music industry, so you know about that. You got into it. You knew so-and-so came by the radio station one time, whatever it is. Yeah. You're more into it. So I'm definitely more into the whole extraterrestrials. I'm definitely not into conspiracies, but yeah, I do entertain them to an extent.
You're hyped for this 180 days.
I think
what do you think is going to go down like in 180 days?
Me personally, dog, I'm going to sound like a nerd right now. I don't need 180 days. I know the motherfuckers exist. I do. But that's just an opinion based upon.
But do you know that evidence of it exists?
No.
That they're about to disclose?
No. There's the only evidence. No, there is no evidence. The only evidence is claims. But these are claims by super credible people from the Bob Lazar story that I mentioned earlier with Joe Rogan, and there's a Netflix special, to this retiring guy. There was a Canadian Secretary of Defense for 20-something years. When he retired, his closing speech, he did the same goddamn thing on his own level. Closing speech, like, yo, this is my hoorah, I'm gone out of this. Canadian people, and by the way, in closing, I think we need to be more outspoken. I think we need to be more honest, not just with our Canadian people, but with the world. And I think as humans, everybody's entitled to know the truth. And the truth is, and he went on it, bro. And he says, we are in contact with aliens, not one, not two, not three, but 4 races that we verified. One is delinquent as fuck and doesn't like to vibe with nobody. The other 3, bro, I swear to God, Casey, do
Bro,
your
if you
research.
show me
Hey, y'all listening, go do your fucking research
There's
and
no
hit
such
us up
thing as
on
research because you would have to research evidence. So if there's evidence of
this.
this,
It's a claim. It's a claim.
what's a claim? Like,
What's a
claims
claim?
hold no weight to me. I don't,
Well, to you, I get it. I get it. But
it's fun to like think about. It's definitely
incredible
fun.
fucking source, dog.
I mean, it's 4 races. Like, what do we do? It's like you're writing a movie right now.
Yeah, I know, right? For
That's
real.
crazy, bro.
It's mind blowing if some shit like that happened.
But you like when they say they're going to disclose something, right? The government in 180 days. Is it going to be like claims or is it going to be evidence? Like we have a ship in Area 51 that we recovered and here's pictures of it. And like if the government rolls out with that, I will be amazed.
I don't know that they'll show pictures. I think probably eventually, if they're going to go with what you kind of just said, the pictures might be old later on. I think they're just going to admit.
Just claim. No.
I mean, you have the video footage. Again, you got to be into it. You got the video footage of the Tic Tac. You got the video footage from, I forgot to say the name of the nymph, whatever the fuck it is. And there's so many sightings and there's so many, got to be into it. If not, you never see it.
Yeah.
It's like almost, okay, it's time to, iPhones are getting too good. Drones are going too high. ISS space station, they're always live feeding. And while they're doing live feed from the ISS space station, because they have to give it to the world, nerds who are watching that shit 24/7 are like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And then they record it and then they show it and then you're like, hey, Papo, that's NASA's ISS space station. And their camera just literally recorded a fucking triangular ship going by. We can't get no better than that. I don't know, homie.
Yeah, I mean, or it could be it could be just maybe another country did a flyby or something. It could be just that, you know. Sometimes it's not that deep. I know it's fun to get really deep and go into the hole.
I won't.
But until, like I said, until I get evidence, bro, I can't put my mind on it. It's fun to think about, like, but I definitely believe in aliens. If I had to gamble, right, and we say we have pictures of an alien or aliens coming onto this earth, and oh shit, they landed in fucking Europe, or like we have proof of aliens just landed, bro, I think I'm willing to bet my whole life that doesn't happen in my lifetime.
Now watch this. Oh, you're fucking for sure wrong. For sure.
So you think in the next 50,
you're 31, Pablo? This is happening this year.
In the next 50 years, no, not videos. No, I'm saying cold hard evidence of fucking a conversation with an alien that's on tape. Like a real one, bro.
I still think it'll happen in your lifetime. Yeah. In your lifetime, I do.
Okay.
Be unfavorable of it.
Yeah.
Again, watch when we do the follow-up podcast. Question. So I have to go here because I know I've heard you giving shout-outs to thank God and God this, and I'm a very not religious person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm agnostic. Being whatever level of religious that you are, do you believe in ghosts? You do, huh, fucker? So you don't want to entertain extraterrestrials, but you believe in some ghostly shit.
I don't believe in ghosts, bro.
No? Well, good for you then. Okay.
Nah, I believe in energy.
Right, I get that part.
Nah, I don't believe in ghosts.
So ain't no fucking, all that bullshit, people, haunted houses and spirits moving around and all that dumb shit. Uh-oh.
I think unexplainable things happen. Like I think this water can fall from the top of a shelf with no fucking force and it could just happen and we can't explain why it happened. I think those things happen. But will I say it's a ghost? I can't. I won't go that far, but I'll say maybe it's energy. It's just the universe acting. I believe in the universe and, like I said, energy. So, damn, it's a loaded question.
No, well, I mean, I can vibe with that because if I was gonna say if it was energy, nothing ghostly, no being, no entity,
right?
That was just laws of physics, some weird shit. It's like I remember back in the days, I had a fear for the dark when I was younger, when I was a young kid. And I remember I would hear noises out of nowhere, legit ass noises. And I forced my mom to fucking lay in bed with me. This is when I was like 6, 7 years old. Forced her to lay in bed with me. And she would hear the noise with me. And she's like, baby, the earth is always moving. The house is put on a foundation. And depending on the house, if just 1 millimeter of foundation moves, this whole entity moves. Now your closet goes kank, and it sounds like something's in it, but really it's not. I get that, dog. Yeah. I get it, and I'm always going to explain something like that.
Yo, there's definitely crazy sounds like in the middle of the night that you cannot explain. I feel you on that, But let me ask you a question. Are you comfortable with uncertainty?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
So you don't need to make when we're something, because there could not be ghosts and there could be ghosts. It could be when you die. Now we have, you know, fucking, there are people flying around and ghosts from the dead. They're looking. That could be true as well. So my question to you is, are you cool with not knowing, or do you have to kind of tell yourself a story to kind of believe it to
I don't want to be too broad. I don't think I have to tell my story, none like that. And if anybody knows me well enough, I hope I'm not coming off in any bit hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
I do like details. I do like to know. I do like to research. I don't like to be in the blind. I'm trying my best not to remain in the gray. Give me black or white, you know? But I'm quick to be like, well, I don't know how to explain this shit, but life goes on. Let's move it, you know? And I do that easily. This just happened probably a month ago. I had this, am I saying it right? Oscillating fan. One of those tall fans.
It sounds like you said it
that,
right.
that turns whatever. And swear to God, Casey, it was over here, right left to you over there in the living kitchen, whatever. And I turned it off. Turned the thing off. Hands down, without a doubt, off. Because I'm going upstairs, I'm about to take a shower. So I go upstairs. I didn't have to have it on. I forgot what I was doing in here, but it was hot, and I just turned it on. So I go get ready to take a shower, and I was like, fuck, let me take a hit from the bowl real quick. I left it downstairs. I go downstairs. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And the shit's back on, right? 100% back on. I'm like, I literally, this is me talking to the item.
Right.
Motherfucker, I just turned you off. The fuck is that about? There's no computation memory board where you can tell this
Was
thing.
it a switch? Was the switch?
There's no, you can tell this to turn back on whenever. Come back on in an hour. There's none of that. That does not exist at all on this fan, okay? So I literally said, okay. Turned it off. I'm walking away, and then I turned around, looked back at the goddamn thing, and I said, hey, man, if there's a ghost in here and you want the fan on, just turn that shit on and just tell me. I laugh it off. Bro, I go back upstairs. I come back down on my mother's head. It turned back on. I came after the shower.
Holy shit, bro.
This is about 25 minutes later. It's back on. So I laugh and I just say, and again, this is me. I don't need an explanation. So I just said, it's either or, and I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
Either there's some electronical glitch in this fucking thing where it just hot wires itself back on for whatever reason that I can't explain. The button, maybe I pushed it too hard. It's a little stuff. There's something technically sound that'll explain it. But if it's not, and then I did what I did, hey, look here, man. If you really do exist and you're here, I just want to let you know I'm about that life. We can talk about it. We can have a drink. We can smoke. I literally just laughed it off and said that because
it could be either or.
As much as I don't believe in them, if they were ghostly, anything existed, I would rock with it. I'd be like, yo, let's have a drink. Like, what the fuck? Why you hiding? Why you being so shady? Like, let me hear the fucking story. Don't just hide and try to spook me. I ain't no pussy. Like, that's me. Straight up, yo, for real, that's me, though.
That's crazy. Like you said, you don't like things to be gray. You like things to be black and white. I think what I've come to realize as I'm getting older is a lot of things are gray, and you have to accept that they're gray. And it could be, like you said, it could be a technical glitch. It could be an actual ghost. When things like that are presented into my life, I tend to believe the one that's more healthy for me to believe for my mental. So I don't know if, like,
some will say convenience.
Right. It could be ghosts, but now I got to sit here at night thinking there's ghosts in my crib. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to think that. So, like, yo, let me just think that it's a technical glitch. And, bro, I'll give you my BMW, the alarm has been going off randomly. Pew, 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 pew. And it'll have to stop it. It'll go off again, 5 minutes, stop it, and I'll do it like 3 times, and it'll stop. I mean, is it a ghost? Is it just a technical thing? Like, I think it's healthier for me to think that it's just a small technical issue that I need to change a fucking switch or some shit. But if I'm out here thinking there's ghosts, now it's affecting my sleep. Now it's affecting the things I have to focus on. So, yeah.
Bro, I know it's kind of a little weirdly off topic, but I'm just thinking, the mind is the most powerful fucking thing. I can't say in this universe, but almost on our planet, our minds are just amazing.
Bro, there's so much we don't even know about our minds. We only know like 10% of what our mind is capable of doing.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. We got so much more to learn. I woke up way too early. I went to sleep super late Saturday morning, Friday going into Saturday. Late poker night. Started off the year right, won me a few $100, whatever. Came home late. I hit the sack, Casey, like at 4:45, whatever. My dogs wake me up. You know, they know what's up. They wake me up like which was late for them. I normally get up at 7. They started trying to wake me up. I woke up. I got up like around 8:30. I got to let them outside. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to let them outside. I'm going to throw the TV on, just put some bullshit on YouTube, let it put me back to sleep on the couch. Give me a couple hours in because I was no hangover, no nothing, just I'm sleep deprived.
Yeah.
And I got a long day ahead of me. So I did everything I just said, whoop-de-woo. And I put on, because I've seen everything on YouTube as of lately, I put on some nature shit, forgot what it was. And I started watching it for a minute, and it was, it was a nighttime thing. It was a new series. Just catching everything at night. That's all it is. Fucking.
Just like views of things, no talking or music? Or?
No, they're talking. It's a nature channel shit, but all at night.
Oh, but they're like educating you on shit.
What the lions do at night,
okay.
what a fucking monkey does, a hippo, everything is night. It's the African whatever, but late night with night vision goggles and all that. So it's pretty dope. I must have fell asleep like 20 minutes into it. Homie, I don't dream much. I don't dream much. I used to a long time ago.
Because we smoke weed, bro. That's why we don't dream.
Yeah, you're probably right. I
mean,
mean,
it shuts off your dream. If you ever try to stop smoking weed for 3 days, you're gonna dream wild shit.
Damn, dude, I'm gonna come back to that. Hold on, I got some good for that. I didn't think about that, but okay.
Dreams. That's a fact, though.
So anyhow, eventually I fall asleep. Dude, I can't remember every detail, but I shit you not. And it was weird because it wasn't some horrible dream, but it was horrible for me because I don't like to be contained. I don't like anybody ruling, telling me what to do. There was, and it was here. I'm at the crib. There was lions. There was like 3 lionesses sitting outside of my fucking patio sliding glass door. And they would not let me go out. They were looking vicious, like they want to fucking kill me.
You know that means something though. Like on Lazar's show, we used to have a dream interpreter.
I was watching a nature channel. You can't do that, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, bro. There's a dream lady that you could call. She'll interpret your dream for you and tell you.
But then when the scientists who would say, the specialists who would say, Pablo, you just fucking pumped a bunch of nature shit into your mind for 30 minutes right before you went to sleep. Then you have a weird dream where you're at home and lionesses will not let you go out because they're gonna kill you.
She might say, "You're scared of something not letting you live the way you want to live," or she might translate it into something like that, like the lions represent something that's holding you from escaping, or something that's not letting you go out. Like they'll relate it to your life some way. Maybe it has nothing to do with lions. Those are just the objects that were used in the dream to convey the message. You
don't think some of those people, their skill is to convert all these? It's kind of like a card reader.
Yeah. I'm not 100% with it.
Casey, you just had somebody die in your life. Oh my God, you're going to go fucking 6 months down the line of who just died in my life. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Fulano. I mean, I didn't know him that well, but oh yeah, somebody did just die in my life.
I mean, bro, I had a dream one time where I killed like 3 people that I know. Hey, that's a fact. But I talked to the lady.
The lady solved everything.
But it doesn't mean that I want to. But what dreams don't mean, they don't have surface meaning. So it doesn't mean I wanted to kill someone. It just means that I was insecure about something, and it's like there's other deeper meanings that these things mean. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that you want to kill somebody.
My brother, I think that
probably sounded fucking nuts right now.
I think no. I think what sounds nuts is it's just so easy to say. It's so easy to give some theoretic, some fucking physiological, some whatever explanation behind these dreams. But a lot of times these dreams, as weird as they are, they're so fucking off the wall weird because they're off the wall weird.
Right.
They make no sense.
Right.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of The Black Sheep Perspective. I just want to take a quick moment to thank you guys, man. You guys rock. You really do. We've made it this far. We're in season 2 right now. I got a great line of guests coming up. There's been a lot of modifications and moderations to what we've been doing and working on, and it's just getting better and better. And a lot of it's because of you guys and the feedback that I get, the emails, the messages, the comments. Thank you so much. Please keep them coming. Please spread the word, and we look forward to giving you many, many more podcasts. Big shout out to my close friend Gus from Arancibia Bonds. This brother right here has been helping people get out of bad situations quick, fast, and in a hurry. We've all experienced it, or at least know someone close who has had some kind of mishap occur to them that landed them in jail unexpectedly. And with the craziness going on in our world today, with the continuous changes of rules and regulations, why not have one of the most reliable bondsmen in the state of Florida on your side? Feel free to reach out to my brother Gus from Arancibia Bondsman. Now let's get back to the podcast. just to tell you, and I always say this. How do I term it? I always say this with a certain amount of delicacy because I don't want it to come off wrong. What the last bit is?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah?
I've drank so much this week.
He just made me look like a complete wino, but whatever. You know, when I worked the club scene that I told you about earlier, Banana Joe's, Margarita Mama's, Coconut Grove, when it was popping, Zog was coming out all the time, you know. I'm sure I'm 100% positive Zog saw me. He'll flip out. He'll remember our times. Now, will you remember my name? Probably not. You know, DJs, you guys meet so many fucking people. It's hard to keep track unless somebody was really that close. But me and Zog worked alongside each other for a good amount of time. Bro, we were the only 18 and over club for females on Fridays, and we were the only 18 and over club and 21 for guys on Saturdays.
What year was this?
Fuck, dude. Like 28, 29.
No way. It had to be before that. It had to be.
Yeah, actually,
it had to be like when I was in high school. It had to be like 04 to like 06 or something like that.
You're right. You just nailed it. I had to go back. I always have to do this. When did I get out of prison? Oh, I got out of prison in 2002. And then I did this for that long.
How long did you do?
Did that 5 years and a month.
So from like 97 to 2002.
97. I went in August 97 and got out September 22nd, 2002. And yeah, it was 2004-ish to 2006. You're right. You nailed it.
I hear all those stories about the Grove back in the day. I was too young.
Well, anyways, the reason I was saying that is because, you know, I going back, we were talking about earlier off cam, I never been to Club Live. It's like the most known fucking club. I don't know about the world, but definitely.
Oh, no, the world. It's the big highest grossing club in the world.
Really?
100%.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
That's a fact.
Well, I know that the United States is a big impact on the world, and I know that it's the biggest club damn near in the United States. Every rapper talks about it, all that bullshit. So anyways, I had so much fun. This is when I said I got to say this delicately. I had so much fun during my time at Banana Joe's, Margarita Mama's, you know, for that 2.5 years or so. And then whenever I didn't work there, if I went to any club, they just gave me all the royalty possible. You know, they just treated me great because, you know, we knew each other in the biz, you know, in the biz.
Right.
But you'd always didn't get the greatest service. It was in the biz and I had connections. Regardless, that club life, not that I was the clubber, but living in the club, working it, all that, bro, I just got enough of it. I got enough of it for damn near ever. And when I tell you, homie, that I lived it for so long, dog, the nightlife, the boom, boom, everything you can imagine, the hood nights, the salsa nights, everything you can, the young ones at this, the fights, I got scar, this big-ass scar on my face that I don't know how well you can see it. You know, a combine of one cocksucker who cracked a bottle over my head. For no reason. I don't even know why he did it. I was a manager at the time. I was the assistant GM / head of security. And I diffused a situation. And I told this dude, get the fuck downstairs, who he worked. He was like a subsidiary, whatever guy for Power 96. I said, get downstairs. I swear to God, if we go through another issue, I'm not letting DJ Rob. Rob was, I forgot his nickname, his DJ name. I said, I'm not going to let him bring you no more. And I said, damn, let me go talk to this guy and find out why they were almost fighting. It was homeboy's girlfriend who was holding her back. And I was like, let me go talk to him, you know, see what happened. So I go over there. I'm dressed up in long sleeve shirt, whatever, you know. I put my hands behind my back. Or maybe I think I folded them up front in front of me, something like that. Papa, what seems to be the problem? What's going? I couldn't finish. He was hiding a bottle behind his back. I didn't know. His girlfriend was in the way. He swung over his girlfriend's shoulder, like swung over her. She's right in front of him. And just tomahawked that thing across my fucking head. Yeah. And I had 11 stitches across my forehead, 4 different spots. And then this one little fucker right here was 41 stitches because it was 3 layers deep. It was plastic surgery. That shit was like a pizza. Just a piece of pizza flopping on me. So I've been through it all in the club thing. And that didn't change me wanting to go anywhere. Not that incident, but the fun, the drinking, the wildness, everything you can imagine. So
it's definitely pros and cons to it. I have to justify it in my head a lot because I think sometimes I tell myself I'm over it, But then it's like, it's easy money, and I love what I do, you know.
But you're in a different situation. You're a DJ. I worked it differently. You're a DJ. You're more on the celebrity spectrum. You're more on the, hey, man, just let that man do his thing until it's time to go and pay him.
Yeah, but you still have to deal with all the shit that comes with working in nightlife. Like,
that's true.
It's hard to have a relationship. Your schedule's all fucked up. You're opposite from the world.
By the way, man, if you don't mind me talking about that, because we haven't spoken about that all night at all, and I've heard you speak about it briefly on your podcast several times. What's your relationship status? What's that? I know you're single.
I'm single, bro. I'm a hopeless romantic. So, like, I'm looking for the one, but...
Too tough because of where you're at, the industry?
No, it's going to come. I just have to wait. I haven't found the right one. I know she exists out there, and she's going to come soon. Like I'm saying, a hopeless romantic.
Damn, for real,
yeah,
though.
Dog, yeah, hell yeah. I'm trying to have kids. Like, I'm trying to get to work. Like, but it's got to be, I put the bar super high. And I'm just going to have fun until then, but I put the bar high.
So break down that bar for me a little bit, because I use that same term many, many times. I go a step further. I say I'm very picky. That way I avoid the accusations. Hey, I'm very picky. You already know. That means I got little details. Yeah. Give me a little bit of what that high bar is. What is that bar's high?
You have to like put it for, okay, you have like, okay, the relationship bar. Then you have what your life is like when you're single. A lot of guys, when they're single, they just can go after what they can get, their options, right? So a lot of guys, their single life is not that fun. So they'd rather be in a relationship and get the benefits of what comes in a relationship.
That's well said, bro.
It took me like a 30 seconds to find that one sentence. But on the opposite of that.
It's crazy, because even though I know that, I've never heard somebody really say that, but that is so accurate, what you just said.
And then the opposite of someone like me, where I have a very active single life. Like, you know, like, I don't know how this is going to sound, but like it's like I'm interviewing. I want to know if you're the right girl for me. So a lot of interviews are coming across my desk. So I don't have time to, next. So I jump from fling to fling.
Okay. See, I was going to break it down a little bit more. Dan, you went further. I wasn't going to say it was flings. If it is, it is. But I was going to say more, what is this process like?
Okay, so check me out.
Because you either fucking because you fucking and you sugarcoating it, or you really are. Some of them are fucks, some of them are flings, but some of them are real, we're going to call it lowball interviews, but they're an actual date. You're actually, okay, my style looks my type, whatever, and then what? Is it one date? Is it dinner?
So I'm going to break it down. This is what I say. If there's someone I'm interested in, I want to sit across from you at a table somewhere and we get some food, we get a drink, whatever, and I want to talk to you, right? It's going to be the interview, right? So if your physical appeals to me, I'm going to ask you, yo, let's go get a drink. If you're down to do, we're going to do that. We're going to get a drink. We're going to sit somewhere. And one of three things are going to happen. Either A, we have amazing rhythm and you're amazing and I want to have a second date with you. I'm not in a rush to sleep with you because you have the potential. You're somebody I want to get to know before I rush into sex. Okay. That could happen. Okay. That's what I'm hoping that happens, right? Okay. Number two can happen, where we're sitting across, the rhythm is whatever. You're not somebody I see a relationship with, but you're fine and I'm trying to smash. That could be number two. Okay. And the final thing that could happen is you're fucking nuts and I never want to see you again after this. Like, I don't even want to smash. I don't want nothing with you. This was cool. I'll pay for the date. I'm a man. I'll pick up the tab. But you're the type of person that I don't even want to smash. So I'm dealing with mostly number two.
Pause real quick. Anybody listening to this podcast, please, I urge you, I ask you, I borderline beg you, I damn near want to demand it. I want you guys' opinion about what he just said. I think that was very well said, Casey. Thank you. I have not heard that said like that. That's two in a row, dog. You're doing fucking killing it right now.
Like, flesh that out in my mind before. Like,
yeah, listen, that was very well said, because who the fuck can fault that? You literally left what is, you can sugarcoat it however you want, take whatever turn, but it's either A, B, or C. It really is. It's either A, B, or C.
Exactly.
But there's a little underlining thing that I want to challenge you with.
Go.
What if it's A? Y'all pay attention now. This is good. What if it's A? A is in the process. You know, vibe has been great. Everything's been great. And you're like, bro, I ain't even trying to smash. I'm not even thinking like that. I can't wait for another date. This girl was pretty fucking dope. Then that last drink kicks in. Or she says, hey, you know what? I'm down to, I'm good with the eating, but I'm down to have another couple of drinks and chill a little bit longer.
She gives me that rhythm, I'll take it, because I'm not of the belief that if I fuck her on the first date, she's not wifey material.
That's where I'm going to. So if it goes that route, can she still be wifey?
100%.
You do believe that?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And I actually admire that, because if that's how she's feeling and not afraid to express it. I know women that feel that way and won't express it because they think
you're gonna think they're a hoe.
Right. They're afraid about how she'll look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm a fan of women who express themselves and are not afraid how they feel, you know?
Okay. Check this out now. What about this? Not off topic, but way jumping the gun now. I was, again, talking about my brother and my boy Chris. One time they were talking about how long until, basically Chris was attacking Danny about, you're never going to have a chick move in with you because you're this and this and that. And they were just having fun with it. And then I just got through in front of the bus out of nowhere, and it was like, yeah, and at least we agree that neither one of us are like Wes. Wes is the type of motherfucker who tell a girl to move in after 3 months.
I have friends like that.
And I laughed it off. And I was like, come on, man. At least 6 months, right? And then, they're joking at it. They laughed it off. I go, no, listen, for real, guys. You guys have an accurate joke there. Every joke has a little bit of seriousness behind it. There is some accuracy there.
Right.
But it's not some sucker for love shit, and I know that for a fact. What I do, and I'm not telling others to do it, but what I'm willing to do is, hey, if I'm really vibing with you like this, like that vibe is for real, and there's a legit chance of some serious shit here. If you're down, I'm down. We can fast forward the fuck out of this, because what's going to break us, if there's going to be a break, is when we're living together.
I agree.
That's what brings out the worst, the ugliest, the whatever of somebody. Let's get that shit over with now.
That's a fact.
Yeah, so you be willing to entertain that?
I've never gotten to that level yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like I've gotten to that could happen to me as you get older. That window gets lower, right? So now that I'm 32, I'll do that in a year.
Okay.
I need a year, So I've had women get to the 8-month mark, and then we stop.
And you are right, and to defend you, I'm 43. So yes, getting older, you do have a different window. So you wanted to
if I'm
attempt that quicker.
Right. If I'm in my late 30s or 40s, my window might be 6 months. It depends.
Right.
But and I live in a small 1-1. I would have to move and. Yeah,
I get it. Yeah.
It's hard to shack up in my spot because I live in a small spot. So
we're talking about moving soon.
Yeah. That's definitely the next step for me. I'm waiting.
By the way, dog, Brickell's mad expensive, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go to Midtown. I'm not gonna go Brickell. I'll pay.
Have you searched yet? You got to?
Yeah. I'll pay $1,800. Edgewater, I'll pay $1,800 a month.
Edgewater, where exactly is that?
That's east of Wynwood, so that's on the water on Biscayne, between the arena and 36th Street. So,
and do you feel like this is a great, I mean, obviously you're in the heart of Miami, and you this is perfect for you, for who you are, but do you feel like you're being very central to what you
100%
are going for in the future, and or what's going on right now, and a little bit more?
I need to be stimulated. A lot of people, I have friends that they live in Broward, they live in the Cut, so they'll work in the mix and then drive to the Cut and then just come to the mix to work. When I say the mix, I just mean Wynwood, South Beach, the area. Me, I want to live in the mix. I haven't lived in the mix yet. So I want to see if I thrive in the mix, with 10-minute drive from everything.
Right.
A denser population.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's dope, brother. Hey, by the way, man, I forgot to mention, you had just put another picture of it earlier today, that you had did the video shoot with Rick Ross as somebody who got kidnapped and was getting tortured, right?
My boy
You're surrounded by goons, you're all bleeding and shit.
Yo, I got a funny story for that. So my boy is a video director, Shula. Shout out Shula the Don. He directs Rick Ross, all these big rappers' videos. And he calls me one day and he's like, yo, Chops, we got this new Rick Ross gunplay video. We need a white guy to torture. You down? I'm like, run it, sign me up. So we get there, and we're taking pictures and shit, and I'm tied up. I'm got fake blood all over the chair. And they tied me up with a fucking extension cord, and I'm stuck to the chair. And it was cool, but yo, random goons from the entourage just start coming up and taking pictures next to me. One dude pulled up, he took the
disrespectful ass shit.
One dude pulled up golds, and he took a picture next to me all bloody and shit, and he put birthday vibes because it was his birthday. I'm a good sport, but at one point I was
good.
Damn, no, this shit getting a little racist.
Yeah,
we could torture the white guy, sign me up, I'm a good sport. But now everyone's like, yo, can I get it was a photo op, with the white guy, with the bloody white guy, let's get the photo
if they just shot a fucking game-sized boar and everybody wants to post a picture with it. Fuck, that's funny.
Got the white guy bloody and he's tied up, let's get these pics off.
Did Ross come save us up and thank you?
Yeah, no, everyone's cool, those are all.
Speaking of Ross, and through your career and being back and forth with Power 96, and is that the only main joint that you did when you were high on the DJing stuff? Not DJing for clubs, but for actual radio station. It was only Power 96.
Yeah, I've only been at Power.
So, did you have any moments where not fanboy, but it was like, oh shit, that's so and so?
Yeah. Bro, the first day I worked at Power 96, I'm answering the phones, and it was big for me, but like Fabulous walked by. It was the first day, bro. And
He's the man, bro.
What the fuck? The first day. But other than that, interviewing Kendrick Lamar was cool. Interviewing A$AP Rocky was cool. Rick Ross is always cool and super humble. A fanboy moment was Shula, that video director I told you. He invited me to a Jim Jones session. So he invited me to Circle House, which is like the biggest studio in Miami. And I was there just watching Jim Jones. Like, I grew up Dipset. Like, that was heavy. Like, heavy part of my influence. So, and it was with the Heatmakers, who were like the reason I got into music. Like, my favorite producers of all time. So, like, if you would have told me my high school self would be in a Jim Jones session with the Heatmakers, I would have would never believed you. Like, they were like gods to me. So to like see that manifest, that happened a year ago. So to see that manifest is fucking nuts. That was a fanboy moment, but I was just too cool. I didn't even want to speak. Those are the things you don't speak. You just sit there as a fly on the wall and just absorb it. Like, holy shit, you know?
That's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that first? I mean, when we people listening who aren't from Miami, the first, I think, unless somebody wants to correct me, the first comedic event that was hosted during the pandemic was by, shout out to Only and Dade, shout out to the homie Lenny Lastres, and everybody was behind that.
Yeah. He always wants to be anonymous, and he wears a mask, and everyone just says his name, don't give a fuck. Yeah.
He should just, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like, you don't see he wears a mask, and when we did a live video one time on Instagram, someone said, shout out Lenny, and he's like, oh, he was like, good, like,
fuck out of here. Everybody knows he's trying to dip his hand in all those jars. But anyhow, he was part of the crew that hosted the first comedy event, and it was at a drive-thru. And
that was the second one.
No.
Yeah. The first one was at the Improv. The second one was the drive-in. But yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I did one. The first one with El Caballo and him and Laz, and I was the DJ on the stage on the side, and Laz was the host with Fireman Gooch.
And that was during the pandemic.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Oh.
Then the second one was the drive-in. And that was wild. That was a different element. I've never experienced DJing in my life.
Right. That's why I was referring to it, because that's you have to adapt right there on the fly. There's no cheers. There's horn beeping and
I mean, I had to tell them, bro, because DJing is like a conversation. You give them energy, and based off the energy they give you back. Yeah. DJing is like trying to put a puzzle together. It's like a video game. You're on your computer trying to put a puzzle together, and based off the energy you feel from the crowd, you know you're going in the right direction. So without that energy back to DJ, or I would imagine comedy is the same thing.
Right.
If you don't have the energy to the crowd to talk back to you and give you that energy, you don't know if you're in the right direction. Because sometimes, whether you're DJing or you're doing comedy, you go one way and you have to pivot and go another way. But without the crowd telling you to pivot, you don't know. So that was, and I was the DJ warming it up before the comedians got on, and I told them, shout out all my Cubans in here, flash your lights, all my Latinos, and they flash the lights, honk your horn. So I got them to kind of like
start getting more involved.
A way to give me an energy, give me a sign back that you're laughing and you're having fun. So then the comedians came on and used that same.
Were they not allowed to get out their car and sit on their hoods?
Some people did. Some people stayed in the car.
I would have been like, get y'all motherfucking asses out, man. I want to see y'all.
Yeah.
It might have been a hot-ass day in Miami. Who knows? I mean, I'm not sure. You never know.
They had food trucks and shit on the side, so there were some people that were out.
It was sold out, too, man. It was like a really, really good event.
Yeah, like 150 cars.
Oh, yeah. Moving forward, Casey, I know a lot of DJs are always trying to, well, maybe not always, but a lot of them are trying to push music out, like actual, well, can't say tapes. What are we saying?
Singles.
Singles?
Yeah. Lucy's.
Is that something that you're working on? Is that something that you like to do as well?
Yeah, I always dab into it. I put out 2 records last year.
And these are mixtape records, or this is an actual single?
Okay, so the only thing that exists anymore is singles. Everything is on streaming anymore, so mixtapes don't exist. Okay. There's no such thing as mixtapes anymore. So everything is either a 1-pack, which is a Lucy, or you put a 3-pack together, 3 songs, or you put an album out, 10 songs, an LP, EP, 8 songs. So it's all the same thing. You can't really categorize it anymore.
Okay. So you're working on Lucy's?
Yeah, I
Singles?
put out 2 singles last year. And I based off just like my feeling when I feel like it. I don't force it, you know? So I only put out 2 last year. Sometimes I'll be in a heavy podcast space to do the podcast. Sometimes I'll be in a heavy music. I want to make music. So rarely is it all 3. So I go through seasons. So when I'm back in that music mode again and I start making music and making beats and writing and shit like that, then I'm going to catch that bug soon. I feel it. So I'll put something out soon.
That's what's up. I definitely look forward to that. I mean, I asked that because I know that that's something that DJs would do. You know,
here's what I'm thinking, and I want my boy. I've never rapped. I mean, I rapped in high school and shit, but I've never put out music of me rapping as an artist. I might have somebody write some shit in Spanish for me and be the white boy that does like a dembow song.
What?
Yeah, I'll learn it.
Speaking of that, the white boy does Spanish. Okay, so you do have Dominican in you.
No,
you don't.
No, I'm white. I'm white.
So you say that because you learned it so well, speaking it.
A lot of my friends are Dominican. A lot of the women that I've dealt with, a lot of my exes are Dominican. So I grew around a lot of Dominicans, and I lived in Colombia too for a small amount of time, and I have Colombian friends. So like, I have influences from like, I have Dominican influence, a heavy Dominican influence, and a little Colombian.
You did a really what do you call that when you did that with Buddy about the dope deal?
Tonio, yeah, the skit. Yeah.
Which was,
I need to do
I'm
more
sure
of
it's
those.
over 1 million views by now.
50 Cent posted it, and that just got 2 million just on his Instagram. Only a Dade posted it. Like, everybody posted it.
The shit was hilarious, and you killed it. You know,
Yeah.
and for those listening or watching, basically the skit is Dominican homeboy of Casey is telling him, hey, man, listen, we're about to make this sale. You're going to act like you're my plug. But they think my plug is Dominican. So just let me do the talking. You shut the fuck up. Do not say anything. I got this. I'm just gonna tell him it is what it is, and that's it. Just shut the fuck. And you try to tell him, hey, but I'm Dominican. I can talk. And he's like, no. You don't say shit. Now this dude got a big following. What's his name?
Tonio Skits, 2 million.
2 million. Funny motherfucker. And so great acting. They all did a great job.
Those are 2 of my random boys.
And
my Tonio's like, yo, bring your Dominican boys. I'm like, bet. I got 3 of my homeboys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the 2 Dominican homeboys are supposed to be.
One is Bodega Flea. He's the DJ at Booby Trap on the River, so he's popping. And then my other homeboy is like our weed man.
And they're supposed to be wanting to buy a big load or sell you. They're supposed to want to buy.
Me and Tony were just supposed to go in like, yo, I'm about to make this deal. Don't say nothing. They're going to think you're a cop. You're a fucking white guy. Just shut the fuck up. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then we go in and they're like, yo, who's this white guy? He's not a cop, right? Like, yo, speak Spanish. Oh, no, he don't talk. And then I just whip out like an Aventura song.
Yeah, you wrote it.
Yeah, and then they're looking like, oh, shit, all right. You're actually Dominican maybe. And they did the deal.
So how fluent is your actual Spanish? Was that just because you knew the song?
I'm not fluent. I'm conversational. So that's like the level below fluent. For me to get to fluent, I have to start writing more.
So you can definitely understand a lot of Spanish, though.
Yeah, and I could speak a lot of it. I could have a conversation if I'm controlling if I know what we're talking about, I'm good. But I can't like hear 2 people at a booth at a restaurant talking and like figure out what they're saying.
How much has that helped you with the Latinas?
Oh, it's like fishing with bombs, bro. It's easy, bro. It's easy. And the dancing has helped me even worse.
Nigga, you dance. You fucking dance like legit.
Dominican
bachata.
pussy changed my life, dog.
Like when I'm telling you,
No, I'm joking.
I dance basic bachata. 2 to the right. I mean, I make it look good.
Yeah.
I make it look really good.
You get by, yeah. That's all you need.
Spin in, spin out. I do all that.
Some people can't even do that.
But that shit you do, that's like that salsa bachata. Like that's from the island, bro. Like you really had that shit down pat.
Bro, I would be off on Wednesdays, right? And I'm a night guy, right? So I would be off Wednesday nights. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just go to Iguana and just like, I like Latin women. My boys DJ the Spanish clubs, and in that time, I started just let me learn it. Fuck it, it's a Wednesday. Not a lot of people are in the club, and yeah, I knew. And the same thing with Spanish. I knew that if I learned it, it would be a bonus for me because I'm white. People, it's like a unicorn. You don't see that.
Right. A fucking unicorn.
Yeah, bro. It's one of those alien conspiracy theories.
Why you gotta go back to that, bro? Why you gotta go back to that? No? Like, you climbing on my shit, dog.
Nah, any conspiracy.
If that, because you sounded so secure, so certain about you're about to find that girl, right?
Yeah.
So if that girl was listening, if that girl was watching, whether it's a week from now, a few months from now, you know what I'm saying? Somebody just dropped by the podcast and they like this white boy that they see and whatever, and then boom, they get to this part and they hear everything you said. How does she feel like she might be the one? How does she approach you? And when do you know, this ain't wifey material? Because you never gave me a list. You told me the three, categories. You told me you're going to know, and you told me where it can go even if it doesn't fall in one category. But the bar is high. I can say picky shit about what I don't like that'll just not happening.
Right.
Oh, nope, for sure not happening. Is there something that does that? Or what can you at least tell her who's listening? What can you tell her? Yo, you definitely have a good chance if you feel that you're that girl if X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I'm so picky, bro. I'm so choosy. I feel like I get turned off so easily. A pet peeve of mine, if a chick can't, before you even get...
Okay, so go. Pet peeves. Pet peeves is a good way to go. What are pet peeves?
Before we even get to the date, if you're like misspelling your words on the text, that turns me off. If you write like it's MySpace 2006, like, bro, you can't do that.
Okay.
You know?
All
like,
right.
If you talk like, like you're fucking still in high school and shit, then I can't. Too many emojis, like are we grown-ups here? Like, what are we doing? Then, I like a girl who's fast, who's witty, who when I'm having a conversation with has a sense of humor as well. So if I say a joke, she could add on to the joke with her sense of humor. And I hate feeling like I'm at a date because the girl's gonna have a good time regardless.
You're the entertainer. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're with the second category, right? If you're the chick that has no personality but you're fine as shit, and I'm trying to smash, I'm just gonna be it's gonna be like a podcast. I'm gonna just make you laugh, and I'm gonna smash and entertain you.
Yeah.
But if you're giving me rhythm back, and you're entertaining me, then you fall into that other category of like, I want to get to know you now. Now there's an actual rhythm. I'm tired of carrying whether it's the sexual intensity when it's that, or I'm tired of carrying.
You said that like you've had some lame fucking deadbeat. Just go ahead.
I've had the opposite. I've had the fire sex, so I know what I need. Like I know that I need someone who gives me the rhythm back. Because it's like pizza. All sex is good sex. There's just some sex that's better than others. So,
this motherfucker just said, pizza and sex.
Even if the pussy's whack, it's still sex. Like what? Like I'm having a good time. Like,
I think something that that happens to me more often than not. Then we really saying some shit. Fuck it is what it is. I think it's more of a fucking headache, dog. For the whole hookup scene, I think it's such a headache to deal with that. I'm way more easier. I don't even care to see where the bar is at with you. I don't even know if you can fit the bar. It's just such a headache that if it even seems like it's not going to be some serious lovey-dove shit, like, damn, she looks the look. Damn, the texts or the DMs or whatever are fire. What's up, folks? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Black Sheep Perspective, Season 2. If this happens to be your first time watching or listening, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so that you don't miss another episode. Once again, thank you everyone out there for all the support.
But see, I feel like you're in the right because you're not leading her on. You could be like one of these cornballs who lead her on and make her think that you have, but you're giving her the proper rhythm that situation deserves. So you're in the right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Doug, when you hear this, don't fucking put none of that. That's my editor.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Doug. Shout out Doug. It's a fire name for editors, like a gym.
All right, let me go back to it. So I mean, Casey, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it ends up being, and of course it goes in every direction. But to me, it's more of a headache to balance out the hookups, the flings, and if I'm flinging. Dog, there's a great chance that I'm only flinging with one person.
I was gonna say, what's your definition of a fling?
It's just sexual, whether it happens once or
it's exclusive to one person. It just
okay,
means
but
it's one person, but it's a short time. That's what a fling is to me.
Oh.
I'm not a guy who's.
So you threw that big word in there, exclusive. I never looked at fling as exclusive, but I feel what you're saying. Yeah. I do the same thing.
I don't like to deal with multiple women at one time. What I tend to do is go month to month. That sound like an asshole. Like or a fling, not a month, but like I mean
that was epic. I love it.
But like, let's say 2 months, 3 months, like a season with one girl, then I'll go to the next girl. It's short lived. It's not. I never deal with multiple women at one time.
So I think I get a great vibe from you. You are very upfront with it.
100%.
I'm gonna assume. So whatever it is that's going on, you're not misleading this girl. You guys know what's up.
Deception is the only felony. So like that's the only thing that I can do wrong is lie to you. If I'm telling you the truth, I leave the ball in your court. You decide what you want to do.
Right.
No shiesty shit, no snake shit, no lying, no. That's where shit gets messy. That's where shit gets funny, when people start lying. So I'm real, bro. I'd rather tell you an uncomfortable truth, you know.
What was the closest that you got to possibly flirting with? Not that she was the one, but it was, you know, it took some next level shit, or it took some exposure, or it took 6 months. When was the closest, or are you doing that bad,
bro?
That has been, oh shit, Casey, what the fuck, dog?
I mean, I have my one like 4-year relationship from high school. You know, that's my longest relationship. Okay, puppy love shit, right? But bro, I've said this story a million times, bro. But I had a girl that I really liked turn into a porn star, bro, and she's like one of the biggest porn stars in the game. And that's why I don't date Cuban women from Kendall anymore. I'm scarred.
But this was in the middle of you guys dating?
3 months in.
She told you, oh, I'm sorry, I want to do porn? Or she was almost doing it behind your back? Like, well, come on now, that's a little shady there.
All right, I'm going to say this story. I say it all the time, but I'll say it again.
You haven't said it on the Black Sheep Perspective, homie.
So I met this girl on Instagram. She had 200 followers. Beautiful. I said, yo, come out to the club. I want to meet you. She came out to the club. As soon as she walked up to the club, latched onto my arms, and this girl was beautiful. Like, she looked like she should have had 200,000 followers. So we're out at Wall. You know, I remember Mr. Mauricio was DJing, and I was telling her, in my mind right there, I knew that I was going to treat her as the first option, right? The girl that I'm going to take my time with.
Right,
I'm not going to get super drunk with her. As soon as I met her, I'm like, holy shit, I want to get to know her. Like, this is a serious night tonight, you know? So long story short, we go to the club, hang out, whatever, drop her back at her crib. First date is at Chili's. I'm like, I want to take you to Chili's. Because now I'm like, I need to really see, like, if this is real. So she was super cool. We got 2-for-1s. I didn't, whatever. And that's how I usually do the first date. I usually go a little less.
2-for-1s, I love it.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Triple dipper. And so she was cool as fuck with it. I'm like, damn, this girl's beautiful. And I took her to Chili's, and she's cool. We had fun. Like, and then that's when I went to the second date. The second date is when I whip out the, let's go to maybe Prime 112, or let's go somewhere really nice.
Oh,
and
hell no.
The first date might be Chili's, and then if you could go through that first one and not show me that you're a fucking bougie Miami chick, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll go hard for the second date. It'll be more formal. But yeah, so long story short, long story less long. I'm dealing with this girl for 3 months. I'm driving to Kendall every day. I was doing radio at Power 96, right? At nighttime. So I was living with my mom at the time. I was 23, 24. And I would go to her crib in Kendall at night, go to my mom's crib to sleep, then go to the radio. So I was doing a big triangle across South Florida every day for this girl. Like, I would sleep at her crib in Kendall. And
inconsiderate bitch.
3 weeks we're doing that. 3 months we're doing that. And I'm about to move out of my mom. So I tell her, yo, I need a week or two. 2 weeks, let me get my shit together. I needed space for a second. I was about to get my contract with Power 96, move to Sunny House. I was going to move her in with me. So she's like, all right, I guess she didn't take that well, unbeknownst to me, because my boy hits me, my boy hits me up. We're at the radio station, DJ Def. He goes, yo, I think I saw your girl.
DJ Def.
He's like, I think I saw your girl in a porn. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here. So we're at the radio station. He opens up the laptop, and we go to Bang Bros or whatever it is. And it's a preview video. I'm not a member, obviously, so it's like a quick 1-minute preview video. And I'm comparing it to a picture that I have in my phone.
Fuck.
But every time I pause the video to see if it's her from the picture, she's turned to the left, turned to the right, so I couldn't get a clear verification if it was her because it was a group setting. So I had to charge it to the game and get the $3.99 trial version account from Bang Bros so I could see the actual video. So I get the video, and it's her. It's 3 girls are actually fucking, like touching dick, and then 8 of them are in a circle not touching any dick. They're just naked, like whatever. She was one of those girls. She didn't touch any dick in the porn. She was just naked playing with herself, dancing to music. And I'm like, yo, I just saw this video. You needed money? Like, what was that? She's like, no, they're waiting for the right time to put me out. They say I'm going to be a superstar. Like if she got signed to Def Jam, or like she got a record deal or some shit. They were like planning her rollout to the public. So I'm like, damn, I guess in her mind, she thought that I played her. She's like, and then she got out of a bad relationship before me. So she was like guy hurt. So she didn't want to, like, she had a bad, perspective on guys and just did that. And she came here from Cuba fairly recent. So like her parents lived in, basically her name is, I don't know. She moved her parents from Calle Ocho to Brickell. So now she lives in LA, got her parents a condo in Brickell.
You can't say her name, or you don't want to?
Luna Star.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
but okay.
But yeah, she's popping. But yeah.
So let me retract a little bit. I'm doing this because I have to, because I know people, I want to see the comments, whatever it is. I don't give a fuck. So some people are going to be like, well, you fucked up, Casey. You fucked up because
I broke up with her.
First, the macho, well, I didn't know you broke up with her. That part was a little fucked up.
I needed space, so I shouldn't.
But still, come on, homie. You don't fucking,
yeah.
You don't go from that within a week into porn. No, there was something underlining there for a minute during your thing. I'm not saying she was fucking, but she was thinking this. It was presented to her.
I actually found out the date that she recorded. I found it out, and she did it after I broke up. So it was like a 3-week gap.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that didn't just surprise her.
You're right.
She contemplated doing this.
Maybe the opportunity was there, and she was like, I'm not going to do that
shit
maybe I'm with this guy,
exactly.
And now you played
Let me
so
see. Whatever. There you go. That sounds a lot better. The other part might be, now I'm clowning. I love it, but you know.
Get the jokes off.
Somebody's going to be like, you fucked up when you took her to Chili's. Me, I'm in your boat. I'm double dating with you, doggy. I'm like,
what's
hey,
wrong
me and my
with Chili's? It shouldn't matter. It could even be like
I'm with
Starbucks. As
I'm
long
with
as
you.
we're talking, that's all that matters is the conversation for the first date. The second date, we could put the glitter around it. You know, we could put some glitter. I'll pick you up. And
I don't agree with that on the second date. I really don't. I agree 100% on the first date.
I'm not mad at that.
The second, no. Hey, when we feel like going fancy, we'll go fancy, but I'm not going to do that the second date just to, me personally. No. Yeah. You got a taste of what I like to do. Chili's, Duffy's, Flanny's, whatever. Oh, what's up, baby? Man, you my baby for now? Let's go do it up, you know? But regardless, man, that is a fucking funny story, dog. And even though I don't know now I'm gonna look her up. Don't worry, I won't beat my meat. But
look her up from like years ago. Don't look her up now.
No, why she lost it all? It happens. Well, at least you had that one under your belt.
Yeah, Cuban women from Kendall, bro.
But my dog looks lovesick, like hurt from
that
dog,
shit. Like, bro, because that was the promising one. Like in my mind, I'm like, I don't know why I broke up with her for 2 weeks. Like. I forgot. Like,
what? Okay, so what's a? Because I'm probably not gonna be the one, but I'm trying to hook you up because I wish somebody fucking hook me up because I'm so goddamn picky. I can't. It's not happening. You know, it really isn't happening for me at all. Tinder, I swipe left 98% of the times. Bumble, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing there. It's like everybody's 47.
Too many white girls.
And it's all not, you know, I just feel like I go on that shit just to hurt my eyes because I don't get any benefits from it. No leads, no dinners, no lunches.
Leads.
Leads.
Damn, hit me with marketing terms. That's crazy.
No leads. You know, like it might go somewhere, but it doesn't. Yeah. Fuck, I haven't even made it to a date off that shit. Anyways, so I'm trying to hopefully see what I can do for you. What are the pet peeves that immediately says, fuck no, you're out of here? You got the look. Evidently, I'm going to assume you're very attracted to Latinas, and that's the main one.
I like Latinas.
Now, I don't want to take away white or black, but I know that you obviously favor Latinas for whatever reason.
Yeah, I've hooked up with one white girl my whole life.
Wow.
It's always Latina and black women.
Okay.
Specifically Latina black women.
Really?
Like morenas.
On the darker version of Latina.
I like Puerto Rican, Dominican, you know.
So we know your little taste of flavor, but what is it that will just totally throw it off, even if it looked the look? And had a couple of good things going for it. What are those pet peeves that throws it off?
One word: kids.
Wow, that's monster. I'm glad you said that.
My first got to be
you
her
like a younger version of me, except I'm on the opposite end.
Yeah,
something that basically there's no make or break it. It breaks it for me. I tell them right away, I don't want any kids.
Okay, I
don't want any kids.
Yeah.
I'm at that age. I'm over that now. I'm willing to date or be with somebody who has kids. I am. My age, my whole different.
Right.
I'm okay with that. That's got nothing to do. Unless those kids were holding you down because you're too mommy and you don't know how to have fun and you can't balance a man on your life.
Right.
Because there's women who are like that. They're like, oh, I don't know why I can't find a good man. Bitch, you are overly motherly. You don't know how to separate. You don't know how to be a woman, single.
Pour your glass before you pour his glass. Like
it's just you're too caught up in motherhood. You're not living your adulthood. So how can a man take that? It's not that he can't take the kids. It's not that and I'm not defending men, but it's not that he's the problem. It's like this mother keeps coming out of you. Mother.
Yeah, you're looking for a wife, not a mother. So there's nothing. Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Greatly said too. We're looking for a wife, not a mother. I'm totally cool with the kids. I can totally be stepdaddy.
Yeah,
no problem. Can you be a wife?
Yeah,
not just a mother.
Yeah.
So, So that's one big one for you.
So
Damn,
that ties me on to the next one I'll say is a girl with a workout regimen or open to having a workout regimen. That's important to me too. A girl who goes to the gym, a girl who takes care of herself.
She ain't got to be ripped and all that.
No, not at all.
But she's got to
some type of workout exercise regimen. I don't care if you fucking walk for 30 minutes a day, but or open to it. If you don't, be open to it because we'll do it together. Like, that's important to me. And I don't require anything that I don't do either, so.
Okay. What's a bad habit that really throws you off? Might not break it, but just throws you off. Like, could you deal with a smoker? Cigarette smoker?
No. No. Hell no. Hell no. Bro, I think
What about a vegan? What about a vegan?
I think I couldn't date a girl.
What about a vegan?
I could do a vegan. The last 2 girls were vegan. I fucked with.
Look what happened.
But what's worse, I can't do a girl who doesn't drink. If you don't drink, that's a deal breaker. I need a girl who drinks. We don't have to be alcoholics.
No, but I get that.
We have to have those drunk nights out together, like dancing. Like, we have to have that.
You know what's fucked up, homie? And I'm gonna piggyback that one. Back to the Tinder thing. I've fucking come across a Tinder whatever profile and been like, oh shit, this is it. She's one of the ones. Like, this could be the one. I hope the girl swipes me right one day, whatever. And I'm reading the whole profile, looked at every picture, blah, blah, blah. And then I read, you read some of the profile, but then you go to the pictures. Mm-hmm. And the pictures are all, I'm digging into the pictures. She's got an IG. I stalk the IG real quick. I come back, whatever. And then I read again, and I read absolutely no smoking or drugs. And I don't even second guess it. I swipe left. Because you're not going to change my weed habit at all.
Do you think she means smoking as cigarettes?
Oh, yeah, no. I'm saying smoking at all.
Oh, okay.
I just said it a little bit more broadly. No. Gotcha. When they made it really obvious, no, I would not put up with your smoking.
You want a square. She wants a square.
I don't want to call people square if they don't smoke or drink, but she was not.
That's what you are. You're sober. You're a square. That's what that is. I don't. There's a square in the sense of like you're a cornball, but square also means like you're just square, like an arrow. There's no. You're uptight. You
stay within your frame. You don't get out of that square. You're right there. I agree with you. I just don't like to call people that who say that.
Yeah,
I mean, but yeah, I can't. So when you said that, it's like, yeah, you're the furthest thing from an alcoholic. And I don't know you like that, but you're the furthest thing from an alcoholic. You're responsible. You're making money. You're grinding. You're hustling. But you like to get your little drink on. You like the buzz feeling, you like the wild sex after, you like the whatever. And if you can't have a girl who's like, no, I don't want to do it. No, but I don't need that. I can go have fun with you, and we can have wild sex and whatever.
What are we going to go to DR and you're not going to drink? Like, what are we going to go to Punta Cana and you're not going to drink? We're going to travel Europe and see these amazing places and not drink and not loosen up. Like, and obviously there's a line because I'm very health conscious, but like we have to be able to. We have to be, at least a glass of wine before, like, we have to, like, to each his own. But
so that's two. That's one big one. One small one that some people will probably hold against you. I think it's an important one. Give me one third one. Third pet peeve that can possibly be breaker. Like it throws a monkey wrench into the whole thing. Because you're a good looking dude, dog. You got good things going on. I feel like I'm the pickiest motherfucker on the planet, but man, you like you having a hard time there.
No, I'm good. Like, I have no women issues. I have finding the one that I want to invest in and like have kids with, because I love my niece. I'm ready. Sometimes I say I think I'm more ready to be a father than I am to be a husband, which doesn't make sense.
Wow, especially when I was talking shit about the mothers who are too motherly and not wife. Remember?
Yeah. But anyway, my bad. I
don't think a woman would ever hold that against a man. Yeah. Oh my God, he's such an amazing father. He just won't give me the dick.
That's how you thirst trap. I love my niece, and I love on her on Instagram because the women are like, oh my God.
Shit, I did that shit on fucking. I don't know, dog. I think it's funny, man. I do a lot better with women when they meet me in person. Whether it's because they get my vibe better, they feel my energy, they get to really see the real me. But for some reason, whether I'm not that photogenic, or maybe they hear the way I talk, or maybe they just assume things. Like when I was at the gym, at UFC gym, I was a coach over there, and I was one of the the head coaches, and I was doing it up. I was one of the top dogs, without a doubt, before I became one of the bosses. And man, if I even fucking talk to a homegirl, just a friend, just a gym goer, hey, what's going on? Whenever we pass that line where we can actually talk funny shit, they would all throw these jokes at me like, Wes, I know you're hooking up with everything in here. oh, please, Wesley, I already heard you fuck like 7 girls. Like, just, what?
That's compliments, but that
right, it is compliments.
So
but,
you say, yeah, you're not today.
But what if they all think that, and now I'm not getting a chance with none of them because they just think I'm sleeping around like some whore. But it was the complete opposite.
Women want to be with the guy who's getting pussy.
You think?
Trust me. Yes. They don't want to be with the guy who doesn't get pussy. Trust me. So when they say that, they're telling you, like, yo, I want to hook up with him. And they're just teasing you. So you say, yeah, not today. No. Like, yeah, I could pencil you in for next Wednesday. Like, you joke back with. But, like, women, that's a compliment. That means that you have the chance to smash.
I definitely thought that. No, I definitely thought that. And I agree with you to a great extent. But it didn't go that route.
Okay.
Casey, it didn't go that route. They were saying it like, nah, man, I'm not going to be another notch under your belt.
Oh, shit.
And homie, I had to look it up. One chick told me, hey, remember that conversation we had last week because I got mad at her? I was like, yo, why do you assume that I'm fucking everything in here? Because you have like 11 clients who are all females. And out of those 11, like 8 are beautiful girls. And out of those 8, 6 are youngins, like 22, 23. And I'm like, damn, you're right. I never thought about that. But whatever reason they have to train with me, they train with me. I'm one of the best coaches in here. That's just it. Rock bottom. That's it.
That's what she would do if she had a dick.
Well, whatever it is.
And was a trainer.
Bro, she came back a week later, saw me, pulled out her phone and said, look, I thought about you. And pulled out worst jobs. I'm probably wording it wrong.
I know
worst jobs with guys who sleep around or some shit, whatever. And it was, I think the personal trainer was number 2 or number 3. Cop was up there. Yeah.
Cops again?
Oh, God. Them motherfuckers are slime balls. Sorry, guys. Love you guys as law enforcement. I support the blue, but you motherfuckers are dirtbags.
Me like on the lunch break?
Y'all slinging dick all over the place, dog. They sling dick left and right. And I forgot who the top one was, but we were personal trainers were in the top 3.
Wow.
So people really think that, and that sucks. Because I ain't even slinging dick, nothing like that, and it hurts my reputation, and I'm not one of them dudes, but it is what it is,
At the end of the day, they should never assume, bro. That's crazy for them to assume. I think that's a bad quality. When you don't want to be with someone who's assuming, right?
Of course not.
So,
but back to the, there you go. I was going to say, but back to the, at least let me smash.
Your option number 2, like.
Yeah. I'm going to be using that watch. Now in the future, I'm going to be reciting fucking Casey Chops. Yo, when Chops was on here, I like what he said, man. You fall in 3 categories. Yeah. That's exactly Chops. And when you're seeing this, I apologize if I say it wrong. You fall in 3 categories. 1 and 2 were definitely this. I forgot what the third one was, but fuck her.
Third one was I don't want to ever see you again.
No, I remember what the third one was, of course. Yeah, of course. It's the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
That's their real deal square.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, listen. It's going to happen. You feel, maybe you'll manifest it. Maybe because you believe in it so much, your heart's opening up a little bit more. Maybe you're convincing yourself because you think you're getting older.
Yeah.
Even though you're just 31.
I mean, maybe one of your listeners are like a 5'7", 5'8", Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban girl that with hips, that can dance, that has no kids, that's witty, that's inspired by art, moved by literature, that has a sense of fashion, knows how to dress, has a sense of humor, can make someone laugh, has good motherly qualities, motherly instincts, is not thirsty for attention, has done the inner work to heal or at least recognize her traumas so she doesn't deflect them in the relationship.
To the next one, right.
Yeah. Someone who comes from a good family, someone who doesn't have daddy issues, and if she does, has she healed from it?
My boy, you sound like you laid this one on the homegirl. What's the lady?
I'm just freestyling right now.
No, but who's the lady that you said you go to? The not the card reader. What is
the dream lady?
The dream lady. It sounds like you practiced this on her. You laid this out on her one time.
I'm like reading you my Tinder profile.
Listen, I'm clowning him, but I think it's dope that you really do know all that. And I think where other people, women or male, fall short is they don't have that list.
That's what women have said to me when I posted that list, and women have said, yo, because I thought I was crazy for being too picky. I listed everything, and there was like 20 women in my DM saying, yo, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that list. At least you know what you want. There's most men that don't know what they want.
Right. And the women too. Everybody, bro, the convenience kicks in, the clock kicks in, the I'm getting too old, oh, fuck, we already got a kid, might as well just tough this shit on out, no matter how bad it is. Wrong again. A lot of dumbass decisions. Many people are guilty of it, myself included, but I like to exclude myself from a lot of that shit. But yeah, I made my own little decision where it's like, bro, this doesn't look good, but I'll try it out. But nonetheless, I commend you for all that, dog. And I really think that there's no guarantee, but I think that you definitely, you give yourself a way better chance of finding the right one and wasting less time on the wrong ones by being this picky, having that bar high, having that fucking list. And I hope you even better your chance by fucking saying that, because I'm telling you right now, that is going to be a clip on fucking social media. Ladies, I'm trying to find my boy the right one. Bro, but here it is. Boom, and there goes the clip. I'm going to put the fucking heart things around you, dog, because that shit was epic. It was dope. It was like, that was really from the soul right there, homie. That for real, for real.
That was crazy. I just freestyled that.
That's what's up, though, man. You said you were romantic. You said you are.
But I'm like an old... we can get into like some deep therapy shit. But like, I want to like, I grew up watching my mom struggle so much, like, and my mom being the breadwinner in the crib. So I just want to find somebody that I could take care of. And I don't just mean financially, just someone I could nurture, whether that's a girl, whether it's children, whether it's, a woman I could help get to where she wants to go in life. Someone I could just help nurture, that's like an investment to me. So, yeah.
We never mentioned him. I haven't heard you mention him. Your dad wasn't in the picture much, or was he?
No, he was. He was in the picture.
With your mom?
He was. They're still together.
Oh, okay.
He was an amazing dad, but my mom was the ambition one, the breadwinner in the crib. So, as a man, it makes me want to like be the man of because I've had pressure from grandmas and grandparents, and I just knew what my family situation was, so it made me want to be the opposite, and make sure I can provide and be, I know it's hard to do, times have changed, but be the man of the house. And
if you met the right one 6 months from now, however early, if everything went perfect and you had the right one and you guys moved in together, how quickly would you want to have kids?
That's a good question, bro. I think
you haven't thought that one out yet?
Yeah, I would probably just be, if I was like, damn, I could see myself with it. Yeah. Yeah, bro, I don't know.
35, 33, 34.
Oh, ASAP. I mean,
ASAP.
If
it's the right one,
as quick as it can happen. Like, but I'm not going to force it either. But
does that window bother you? Thinking about the kid part and your age and all that? You feel like it should be happening already?
I have a lot of friends I feel like that made that decision because they have that pressure from that window. But I don't let it get to me. Maybe I'll feel that pressure
I don't want to put the pressure. I'm just asking if you're acknowledging that it might be.
I think of like, for example, DJ Laz, my mentor. He had his first kid at 34. So there's people who, there's nothing wrong. And I feel like 30s is the new 20s. And then 40s is the new 30s. So I feel like I'm cool with being a little bit older of a dad. I'm going to be I work out. I stay healthy. So
yeah, you're going to be mad active and all that. Of course.
Yeah. Of course. So I'm not, I'd rather not rush into it, right? There's people who rush into it and then they're stuck for 18 years with somebody that they got to deal with.
Of course, that's because it would start too early.
Yes. Biggest fear in life.
Yeah, man.
Have a kid with somebody I don't like or have to put up with.
Yeah. And then again, being in your industry is also, by the way, Casey, always take that consideration. As much as your bar is so high and you're very picky, and that's good. I agree with you on all that. I'm the same way. But understand, you're a hard pill to swallow with your nightlife.
I understand.
And somewhere there, I'm not saying you have to, but if they got to swallow that pill, then maybe given the circumstances, you might have to overlook certain things. Because that's a hard one to swallow for females who are like, yo, I love my man. I want to spend time with him. He's surrounded by bitches, alcohol, drugs, groupies.
Cocaine.
I mean, you fucking name it. Like, it's just all up in his grill 3, 4, 5 nights out the week. And he hasn't even blown up yet like I think he will. Like, that's a hard one for them to take,
There's, like, role models I look at, right? And I look at people like DJ Camilo, who's, like, my biggest role model in DJing. And it's not because who he is as a DJ. It's because he's a family man. So he's the type that goes out, makes a lot of money at the club.
But he still maintains
7 days a week, but goes home to his wife, kids, got him on the gram.
Yeah,
it's like he's a good family man. So that's what I aspire to be like, to be able to be that disciplined. Because I give him props for that. Imagine being one of the most popping
Of
DJs,
course.
and you got
having every temptation possible, and you still
fighting the
have it.
devil every time you go out, bro. Like, it's crazy, and I know that's a hard fight for me. So that's why I put the bar so high. For me to really channel them and focus on fighting those devils every night, you have to be amazing. Like, you have to be a goddess. Like, look at me, like praying to your ceiling.
Man, we're gonna make this happen. I hope we can be the one to fucking make this happen. But brother, coming from an OG, and I haven't even found the one yet. But coming from an OG, I get the kid aspect. So I'll leave that one alone. That one is for that's a battle for you to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the truest, best loves, best relationships happen and got established later in life. In their 40s, in their 50s. I don't care if they fucking went through already a marriage. It takes a long time to really get to know who you are, what you're this, what you're that, and whether it's the God that you believe in or just coincidental timing, manifestation, whatever you want to call it. Don't think, again, the kid thing is a little bit different, but don't think that, man, it's supposed to happen at this time frame. Because it doesn't if you're not where you want to be or need to be or expect to be. Because everybody has to swallow a certain pill. For a long time, I didn't entertain no relationship because I was doing illegal things. Mm-hmm. And every time I met somebody but everything seemed perfect. And I remember I've even had a conversation where I think I even teared one time to this girl. I was like, bro, it's killing me to do this. But I can't be with you. Why? Because I can't walk away from the game. Mm-hmm. I can't. I know I got to make another 20 grand before I can legalize. And to make 20 grand, that means I'm going to have to do this and do that and do this, do that. And I'm not dragging you through that. Yeah. And because I got to stay focused, because the more it's just a hustler's mentality.
You got to have your shit straight.
Like, it was us. I was committed to the game, not finding love or all that bullshit. And I committed to the game, and that's why I did what I did and got where I got and whatever. But if you're going to commit to something and you know, hey, you're not where you're at, where you want to be in life, that is another obstacle that you're going to throw into a relationship. So understand that when you're this picky, I'm with that. But they got to deal with, well, okay, I get that you're being that picky. I'm not that picky, but what about me dealing with this? And then they throw that at you. So just keep that in mind. Don't let it fuck with you. I know you're not, because you're picky. So that's a good thing. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of the Black Sheep Perspective. I just want to take a quick moment to thank you guys, man. You guys rock. You really do. We've made it this far. We're in season 2 right now. I got a great line of guests coming up. There's been a lot of modifications and moderations to what we've been doing and working on, and it's just getting better and better. And a lot of it's because of you guys and the feedback that I get, the emails, the messages, the comments. Thank you so much. Please keep them coming. Please spread the word, and we look forward to giving you many, many more podcasts. Big shout out to my close friend Gus from Untitled Bonds. This brother right here has been helping people get out of bad situations quick, fast, and in a hurry. We've all experienced it, or at least know someone close who has had some kind of mishap occur to them that landed them in jail unexpectedly. And with the craziness going on in our world today, with the continuous changes of rules and regulations, why not have one of the most reliable bondsmen in the state of Florida on your side? Feel free to reach out to my brother Gus from Untitled Bondsman. Now let's get back to the podcast. Bro, regardless, at the end of the day, dating is a motherfucker. Falling in love is a motherfucker. Cupid's a son of a bitch. And no one really knows the answer to anything. I just like to throw out there some of the healthiest. I'm only 43, and I live very young. I'm not trying to say I look it, but I live it. I'm active as fuck. Take care of myself. I like to party too. I'm not a lazy fuck. Everything about it, I'm active. But through my life, I've seen some of the happiest and heard some of the dopest stories of some what seems to be like some true love and this and that, and the ones later on.
Like later on in life?
In lives, yes.
Oh, you're not saying later on in the relationship?
No, later on as in 40s and above.
Oh, God. Oh.
Where they met him. Where they second marriage.
Got you. I believe that.
It's like you gotta bump your head, you gotta this, you gotta that before you really get it. So I guess I'm just saying that, Casey, because keep being picky, keep raising your bar. Understand that people gotta, whoever it is, has a hard pill to swallow with you because of what you live. It's very difficult for a female to know that her man is being fucking just switch it around real quick, Case.
I would, but see, that's the thing. I'd be with a chick with OnlyFans.
Oh, we just opened another Pandora's box.
I would be with a chick who, not a stripper. I wouldn't do that. That's where I draw the line. But I would be I've dated bartenders who are wearing booty shorts to work, and waitresses and bottle girls who got their ass and their titties out. Like, that speaks to the ultimate trust you have to have in a relationship. If you can handle me being a DJ and 3 women around me in a DJ booth with you not there, and you trust me and I trust you with your ass out, that you're not gonna that you're just serving drinks and nothing else is happening. If we could trust each other like that, then what does that say about our relationship? That's a strong bond. Like, so
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, but it's a very, very, very difficult trust to build. We unfortunately are at our worst in the human race, in trust, in accountability, in everything. The social media has changed it fucking off the wall bananas. You don't know what's what, who's real, who's this. Yeah, through the podcasting, and you yourself know it. You however you reach out to these people, I'm thinking a little bit kind of similar. Social media, you see their accounts, you see what they're like. Damn, I think this would be a good podcast. I'm going to reach out to this individual. They got a nice following. They're very interesting. There's the doctor, the this, whatever the fuck it is. And you bring them, and then you're like, holy shit, boy, your fucking page speaks a whole nother language than what the fuck is sitting in front of me. In other words,
I know what you're saying.
We are completely lied to by the representation that people have on Instagram and Twitter. And then people like us, we get to meet them in real life through podcasting, you through your music career, through DJing, through everything else. And then you're like, wow, you are nothing like that.
Exactly.
So it's tough now, dog. It's tough. And for a hopeless romantic like you're going to go through some rough times.
I got my work cut out for me.
Yes, my brother, yes. But don't let up.
I've dealt with women that had looked amazing on Instagram, and I've lusted over them and for years, and maybe like that wasn't the time for me to hook up with them, and then 5 years went by and it was the time, and they were single and I hooked up with them, and they were nothing like I thought about them that they would be for the 5 years. I don't know if I articulated that right. I
got it 100%. Yeah, of course I make sure you everything for 5 years of lusting and imagining and whatever was complete opposite or whatever. Yeah. When it all went down.
Like maybe I met you in real life and your voice is like this. And I was like, oh my God, I did not imagine your voice to be like Mickey Mouse.
No.
Yeah, or like that's happened, like, or. But I understand I'm hatfish. I'm not catfish, but I'm hatfish. So I know my hairline isn't, so I'll make sure I don't wear the hat on the first day. So
okay. This man say he's hatfish. I was like, what are you talking about, Casey? Oh, okay, I get it. No, I'm just... Man, that dating scene is just tough, man. Falling in love is just tough. Finding the right person, whatever that definition is tough. There's a lot of things that is very difficult to put in perspective, but I think that the pickier you are, being biased for both of us, the higher you set your bar, the more transparent you are, the more, open you are, the better chances you have. Because you're just minimizing room for error, room for misjudgment, room for...
maximizing control, like I said before. Like, I need control. I can't imagine getting someone pregnant that I don't like, and now I'm with them for 18 years, and I don't like anything about them, and I can't control it. I'm helpless. Like, that... So I'd rather be overcautious in that regard. This is me, for my sanity and my mental health.
You ever had any homegirls or females who were like, I'm going to find you one, and they never came through?
Yeah.
And they just couldn't do it, huh?
Yeah. The last one... I'm not about to go talk about my relationships, but yeah, one of them in the beginning of the pandemic, she was actually, I was with her for 6 months. That's pretty long in my, like, out of my, so.
And that was through,
bro, when you're the craziest shit, this was last year when I started my podcast with my homegirl, this girl that I've been wanting for like 5 years, right? Like, she never gave me rhythm ever. I'm doing my podcast with my homegirl who's really pretty, M. She goes, yo, my homegirl just hit me up. She's like, yo, who's that white boy in that podcast? I like the way he talks. I was like, yo, put me down. She shows me her gram. I've been following this girl. I've been wanting her for a minute. I had DMs, old DMs of her, me hitting her up, her not responding. Went out with her, hooked up with her on the first night. First date, hooked up with her. She gave me that type of rhythm. And we were in a relationship for 6 months. And then, the pandemic had a big influence on me because it took away my ability to make money. So I felt like I wasn't ready to be in a I think I ruined a couple of things in this pandemic. That I had 2 relationships in this pandemic that I think I cut off for no reason other than me not having my career and feeling like my shit is straight. And those were 2 good women, like 2 good girls, you know. But
you want to be willing to re-entertain that?
I think about it. I mean, one of them is kind of like ego, like she probably won't entertain it because I cut her. Like I broke up with her for no reason, kind of. So she's like, I'm not. And the other one, maybe. And then there's new beginnings. There's someone else that I want to take out that I've been waiting to take out. And she said, yeah, let's go out. And I've been waiting to take this girl out.
Dog, I don't know what the time frame is, but I have to put a specific time frame to when you come back. We need to update. We need to find out.
Damn, I hope she doesn't see this. I'm going on a date with her this week.
Well, I don't mean about just the date, but I'm just talking about your love life and what the fuck's going on.
It's like a fucking reality show.
Yeah. But you know what, man? In retrospect, it is an amazing feeling to have a partner and to have what seems like the right partner. From no homo, from a best friend, a dude, or your homegirl who's your best friend. You know, when you have a partner like that, that's your dog, you know. Damn, I love my dog.
I agree, dog.
And when you got that in a female, you know, when you got that in a lover, let me say that, you know, to hit all lovers. When you got that in a lover, it's an amazing feeling, man. It's an amazing feeling, you know. And it's even more amazing when you're not at your best and this person is still showing all this greatness, you know.
I picture it. I fantasize about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it too. You know, I just told Caballo maybe not even a week ago, man, or maybe it was Yuli. I forgot who it was, but I just told him, man, I really do fancy it. I would love to fall in love or find a right female and all that bullshit before I hit it big, is what I said.
I mean, that's ideal, right?
Because I feel like no matter, and you ain't going to stop this train. I'm going to hit it big. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to make my moves. And the further away that somebody is from being part of that, the more I hit it, the more I get there, the less I'm going to fucking entertain anything. Because now I'm going to be like, bitch, I'm already here.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're at with that because I'm here. I'm here with this following, with this money, with this whatever. I can't believe that. You know, I want you to struggle with me.
Trust me.
Believe me right now. Struggle with me. That's what I want.
I agree with you, bro. And on the flip side of that, I'm over the meaningless sex. Like, sex is nothing anymore. Like, sex is easily obtainable, but it's all meaningless. Finding meaningful sex is very hard to find. You know, so.
And do you think there's meaningful sex even if it's not the one, not relationship, but it's.
No, what do you mean? Like, rephrase the question?
Almost like if it was, I hate to say it, almost was like a friends with privileges. What I'm saying is.
Like a one-night stand?
No, that would not be meaningful sex. Right. That would just, sex. It was a hit. Can you have meaningful sex, quote unquote, without it being you are really attempting a serious relationship with this person?
Yeah, and that's the problem because that's the problem that I find myself being stuck in because like
there's certain vibes that do that.
Meaningful sex is like glue. So it glues you to the person and you're stuck with someone you don't even like. So you could have meaningful sex with somebody that you have amazing body chemistry, body language speaks to each other and you vibe, but she's not the one. But the sex is so good that now you're entertaining something that you're not
giving you a chance to see something better.
You're wasting time.
Yep.
Because you're stuck on the good sex. And I've had that happen.
And that's why it makes it really difficult, especially if you're sexual, to not entertain that in order to have a better chance of finding something meaningful. Because it's hard to, 1, deny sex if you're sexual, 2, deny good sex with somebody who's meaningful and you vibe with. Yeah, it makes it difficult. Hence why I went back to what I said earlier. It's more of a headache. It's more of a headache, man. It's like, man, I'd rather just a really clear understanding of this is just almost booty callish, but not so disrespectfully,
right? And
nothing else because, man, it's just a headache. It's a headache. You're flirting with all kind of, fuck, how do I get out of this now?
And energy, I feel like it drains you, like your soul. Like we get to a spiritual level with energy and shit like that, but like it's soul ties. Like you're tying your soul with someone else that you don't like that. So trust me.
Bro, I love that during this podcast we've gotten to see a deeper side that I never knew about you. I'm sure that fans who do know you might not know that about you. Fans who don't know you, now they know that about you. They know that about you right away. But it's great to see you got some people, you even got some females who think, they'll look down on it like, too romantic or too lovey-dovey or thinking, wanting so much out of a relationship. But most people really look up to that, and they feel, man, there's still a good guy out there. Look, Casey can be doing this, and that, but really at the end of the day, he really wants some love. He really is a romantic, you know?
Right, in a masculine way, because I feel like masculinity is under attack.
It's true, because you're not being a bitch about it and it's coming off.
Right, like there's women who just want to say toxic masculinity, but there's good masculinity and there's toxic masculinity. There's good femininity and there's toxic femininity. But there's good masculinity, so I want to do it in you know,
the right way.
Yeah.
You ain't no pussy, no pussover, no this and that.
Yeah, so when you say lovey-dovey romantic, like it's still like, you know, I'm assertive and I'm firm, and if I make you my business, like, you know, like I'm a man of business. So like if I'm investing in you and I feel like you're the one, I'm gonna make you my business, and I don't play with my business. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
Like that, I like that. You've had like at least four, not punchlines, but write them down and let's use them again. Yeah. Lines that you've said on the podcast, and I know for sure I'm going to be using at least a couple of them. I can't wait to post that fucking segment of you. That little freestyle that you did there, that shit was fire. Let's make that shit go fucking.
You think it'll go viral? I'll send it to Only in Dade.
Yeah,
I'll send it to Only in Dade.
Let's make that shit go viral, man. But Casey, listen, homie, I've completely enjoyed 100% of you being here, but more so, man, it's great to see a grown-ass man like you, to have the swag he's got, to open up the way you have, say some of the things that you have, you know, and to the fact that, yeah, you can just be a dirt dog slaying pussy that easy, but more so, you really prefer this. You really focus on your business and your grind, and you're trying to go to the next level. I love that you're telling, in a respectful way, if possible, the radio world to go fuck itself, and that you got something to prove, and you're gonna, you know, do your thing. And
evolve or dissolve. They're dissolving. Yeah, that's just it.
And I've never heard that like that, and that's something that's opened me my eyes. To, you know, I don't listen to radio. You're right, I don't. Most people don't. Now they're listening to, you said, live stream and things of that nature. So I think that the underdog wants to see you shove it high up in the sky, and you know, and show that you definitely did better for yourself than lowering the bar and accepting whatever they offered you. And hey, man, you never know. You might. Let's not erase it and say that you can never go back to radio.
Oh yeah, no.
But they better come correct.
Exactly. That's all I ask. Just come correct.
Yeah.
Treat me like you treated the generation before. Like, and independence is to be celebrated right now. What you're doing, what I'm doing, podcasts, we don't work for a corporation, a random white guy that's disconnected from the culture telling us what to do. We get to entertain how we want to entertain. There's no better time than right now to be signed to nobody.
Right.
You have complete independence. You could go on YouTube. You could build your own channel. You can do whatever you need to do from the confines of your own crib, bro. It's easy. You don't need. And then when it gets to a point, let them come to you. Let them come to you and license your shit or whatever. But come to them. Let them come to you as a partner, where it's a 50-50 partnership. Not I'm working for you. I work for CBS, and you could fire me the next day for no reason because you want to fire me. Like, and it's over for that.
I hope that definitely, for people listening, those of you watching, I hope that Casey definitely motivates you with that shit that he's saying, because it's true. It's nothing but facts. I completely believe in it too. You actually was teaching me something earlier about the platform that I use with Anchor. I'm definitely going to dig into that.
I just learned that last week, by the way, so I'm just relaying the information.
So you see how we keep learning. It's part of our process as well, you know? But guys, for y'all you guys listening and watching, we need y'all support. We really do. Reach for it. We hope that you give it to us. We appreciate you guys listening. We appreciate you guys watching, whether it's YouTube or any other platform. But it makes a big difference when you hit that like button. It makes an even bigger difference when you subscribe. So please keep that in mind. We don't make a single cent now, but we'll get closer to doing it when you guys do that. Meet us in the middle. Spread the word. Share our links. Hit the like button. But more important than anything, subscribe to us. You're not going to always hear a podcast that you favor. Might have a fighter on. You don't want to hear it. You say fuck fighting. You might have some, you know, delicious little fucking chick from Miami and bitches are hating, but the guys are entertained. Whatever it is, show some support by subscribing and try to vibe with us on what we do. Casey, tell everybody listening where they can find you on all your social media handles and, of course, on your channel as well on YouTube.
Yeah, everything is, my personal Instagram is Casey Chops, KCCHOPZ. And then my podcast Instagram is MIA on the Rocks. So we release every week, every Tuesday. And yeah, we're just here trying to serve the podcast community. I think we all need to stick together, you know?
Yes,
I think 1 + 1 = 3. A lot of people don't believe that, but there's power in numbers. So yeah, man, any way I could support you. You've been solid from day one. I see podcasts, and I'm happy that the scene is growing, but I gravitated to you and because you're authentic, bro. That's what I gravitate to. I don't care about all that glitter, all that external shit that doesn't mean anything. You were solid, you know, always been solid to me, and likewise, bro. Anything you need, I'm here to support.
I appreciate that, bro, and this definitely goes back. The reason you're here is because Caballo told me that he was going to do your podcast. I'm like, well, hold up, who's this? I like to see other people's podcasts. I think everybody's podcast is whack. And then I agree. And then I saw yours. I was like, hold up. This dude got something going. Damn, I like his fucking logo. Damn, find me on the Rocks. Boom. I'm like, oh, boom, right to it, you know? Oh, that's right. He's a DJ. Right, I've heard of it. And then just kept going. I'm like, damn, that's my type of dude. I like him. Saw how you did your thing. And again, man, I want to help support you and anybody else, you know, grinding and doing their thing. And I hope everybody listening, you guys got a different aspect of so many, you know, so many ways of what we live our lives and what we do and how we struggle. How a fucking grown-ass man who's about his business, how he can be such a goddamn hopeless romantic and still want that real one, but still hold his ground and not fucking fold like a lot of these weak people do.
Oh, that's not happening.
I hope that we, as a community, especially those watching this and hearing this, let's try to help find him. Fuck it, if not him, if not him,
we're
find
not
me.
about to turn it. Yeah, we could do it.
If not him, find me. Fuck that. We can turn this into a match.
double date?
Double date. Can we get Casey and Wes a fucking double date? No, somebody's gonna hook us up with some fucking. It's gonna be chaotic. Get the cameras rolling. If we're gonna do
I'm about to take this girl out. So.
Oh, that's right. You gotta keep me posted on the personal level.
Yeah. I don't want to.
You might.
That's what happens, bro.
That's true.
You have too many options. Like, yo, if I go to Bath and Body Works and you put 2 candles in front of me and you say which one you like better, I can smell them both and pick one. Yeah. But if you put 7 candles in front of me, I can't pick any of them.
Yeah.
It's options.
That's like number 6 of dope shit that he says, man. I got to go back, look at the video, and fucking write these things down, man. Casey, I really appreciate you coming, my brother.
Wes, thank you,
it's
bro.
Been an honor. It's been an honor, and I know we're going to grow friendship from this. And I know we're going to do a lot
Let's
more.
Get lit. Like,
yeah,
pull up to me one of these days,
for sure.
Bro.
By the way, any clubs that you're at permanently where you can tell people to go to?
Every Saturday. Right now there's curfew, so 8 p.m. to midnight, pull up. I'm at Brick, and then, you know, I'll be at Tipico a lot, dancing and shit if you like to dance. I'm not working on Sundays, but I usually go Sunday nights to Tipico, and then just follow my Instagram. I'm always keeping people updated on where I'm DJing. But it's been whack. I got maybe 25% of my work back.
Okay.
So
little by little.
Hopefully that number goes up and doesn't go down. So
that's what's up, man. Yeah. Much love, my brother. Hey, guys listening, thank you for all the support. Appreciate everything you guys do, man. We've come a long way. We're up to 700 subscribers. To me, that is ginormous. I mean, I'm beyond stoked about that. I know we're going to kill it. Let's double it. Let's triple it this year. But this was my first podcast. It couldn't have gone any better. I'm honored to have Casey Chops here, and we're going to do a whole lot more. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in. Stay safe out there. Wear your mask or don't, whatever you do.
Don't get political.
Just don't stir no fucking bullshit up, man. Love, peace, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.